Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover legends, where nothing's off limits. Free Agent Radio.
Oh, boom, 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 boom. It's Friday, y'all. Boom, 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 boom. Because they'll shut us down if we play music on Facebook. Boom, 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 boom. Yo, it's Friday. Boom, boom. Good morning, Jay Black.
Good morning, human beatbox.
Boom, boom. Good morning, DJ Cam. Boom, boom.
What's up, Mike?
Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Shawty Scott. Boom, boom. Good morning, girl. Boom, boom. Since we can't play music on YouTube or Facebook and y'all shut us down. Boom, boom. This is copywritten by Michael, Shawn. Boom, boom. Happy Friday, y'all. Boom, boom. Sexy Mo, what? Boom, boom. Boom, boom. And what? Let me tell you something. It's Friday. When I tell you today I've been up all night. I'm back on that insomnia, can't sleep. I've been up. Jay Black got up at 3:30 in the morning, couldn't go to sleep. Mm-hmm. God bless you because you got up at 3:30. I never went to sleep.
Wow.
I never went to sleep. This is half the reason why I got fired off of K104.
Not sleeping? What?
What? You get delirious when you can't sleep for 2-3 weeks at a time. Hold up. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Let me tell you right now how much sleep is important to y'all. You get into a delirious state, and people think delirious is just like some happy, like, oh my God, you're so delirious. No, you're delirious where your head is spinning and all that good stuff. But it's Friday. I'm going to get this Instagram live popping right now.
Oh, good morning, Kathy. Kathy by phone.
Oh, wait, whoa, Kathy. Boom, boom. Good morning.
We can't play music, so Mike is the human beatbox right now. He's the DJ.
Good morning, Kathy.
Morning.
Everybody, it's Friday. God bless. We made another day, no matter what day it is. You're listening.
It's so catchy. It's so catchy.
Yeah, Jay.
You got me.
That was perfect.
You got me. Yeah,
everybody on the IG Live. Everybody on the IG Live. I'm getting DJ Cam on here right now. I'm about to get DJ Cam on this joint right now. Real talk. We on the IG Live. Hold up. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. You on the IG Live. Boom, boom. All right. Man, listen. Whatever we talk about today, I'm going to be on the highest level of just, we gonna have fun. Even when we talk about certain situations, I don't give it. I'm joking about everything. So report me.
Pin that.
Report me. Oh, pin that. It left. Hold up. I'm pinning it right now. I'm pinning it.
You want
Cam, did you get your invitation, Cam? Kathy, good morning. Delirious beatbox. Yes. Boom, boom, boom.
Delirious beatbox.
Delirious. I'm waiting for Cam. Cam, did I send it to you? Did you get it?
Wait,
oh, damn it. They just said, where's Cam at?
No,
all right, we got to get Cam on this. All right.
Request. Join.
All right, Jay Black, let us know what could be what we're talking about today.
Could be. Well, first, the brief rundown. Wait, I hear me. Oh, that's not mine. It's you. Okay. All right. So the rundown. It was a couple things that was overnight or in the news that that we never discussed. From Tim Scott saying America is not racist, he's a politician, to another politician, a lawmaker, they were talking about introducing slavery in schools and teaching it and discussing the good, the bad, and the ugly of slavery.
Wait, Kamala, did we get Kamala when she said America's not racist? Do we have that? When our vice president, Miss first black woman ever?
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't say.
Oh no! You're gonna find that. I said it to you. No, you're gonna find that because I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm going to tell y'all. I'm going to tell y'all asses stop picking teams because neither team is really on our side. So I sent that to you.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I didn't. I forgot to forward.
No.
For editing.
Send that.
I can't leave IG though. I can't leave IG, right?
Oh no. Then because I know you had it. So if you didn't send it, then we can end the show now. I want y'all to hear out of her mouth say America is not racist. I said Kamala. Did I say Kamala correctly? Did I say Kamala Harris? Vice President Kamala Harris? I said it correctly? Out her mouth, she said, America is not racist. Go ahead, get pissed off right now. Go ahead. I'm gonna keep it funny. Boom, boom. America's not racist. Boom, boom. That's what she said. Boom, boom. America's not racist. Boom, boom. That's what she said.
Well, you overreacted.
Jay Black saw it.
You overreacted.
No,
I don't think she meant it. She wasn't meaning it in the way that you're trying to interpret it, in my opinion. But
Jay, how in the hell do you interpret it when she said America is not racist? How do you interpret that any other way?
What she was trying to say is all American. I mean, there's other races, blacks, Puerto Ricans. Like I think she was not trying to generalize. Now, if you just say white folks, that's the difference.
Black America is racist.
Oh, as a whole.
So what do you think she was talking about? America as segments?
She can't go.
This dude really. Yes, she can. That's what I'm saying. Donald Trump could. Donald Trump did.
Look, you got hyped so fast you to knock your IG down, and there you go. You're back.
No. Y'all, you killing me with this, man. You're killing me with this.
Kamala. Yeah, Kamala. Thank you, Kathy.
No, she came out her mouth and said America is not racist. Y'all ain't mad? Like, y'all really gonna let people slide simply because they're on your team?
Your perception, I don't know.
Whoa.
Maybe we could play it. I gotta hear it again. Maybe I'll
play it right now. Play it right, Cam. And no, everybody. Shawnee Scott, if you don't want to get on,
I don't even know if she got it yet. She might not even have it yet.
She said, "Oh yeah, America is not racist."
She said 1 minute.
America is not racist. Promise you, Malcolm X would have never said that. Promise you, Martin Luther King would have never said that. Promise you, them cats would have never said that. Man, listen. Boom, boom. I'm gonna keep it light. Boom, boom. Yeah, I couldn't say this on that other radio station. If I was on that other radio station, I couldn't say this. They be grabbing their breasts right now. You can't say that. It's kind of what Jay Black's doing.
No, but because we gotta support. We ain't
gotta do nothing if you're not doing your job. We ain't gotta do nothing.
Okay, no matter what I've been saying.
No, because this is not being an Eagle fan. This is not being a Giant fan. This is you. I can't rock with you simply because you're my skin color. If you say some nonsense that America is not racist, but people are getting shot and killed every day by racist police officers, I'm pissed.
I think if it said some Americans are racist versus America, is a difference.
Jay Black. America's not racist? Let me ask you.
There's racists that live in America.
Wow.
If that makes sense.
Wow. Don't play this devil. I'm going to tell you right now, Jay, in real life, do not play this devil advocate on this. In real life. This is not the time.
Are you saying as a collective, like all Americans as a collective? I mean, because we all internally may have a little bit of something in us.
No, America is racist. Every aspect of America has been put against people of color, especially black people. Every minority.
I get
everything.
But I don't think I don't think she was going just for the black mind. Like I gotta hear it. I gotta hear it again.
This is what I try and tell y'all. This is why I try and tell y'all. Stop being Democrats. Stop being Republicans. Stop being a team and thinking you got your pom-poms up. And start making sure policy is what you're on the side of. Stop picking a team because freaking Joey B told you to pick a team.
Joey B.
It's not about teams. Guess what? Black people were slaves and Indians were being slaughtered no matter if there was a Republican or a Democrat. Stop picking these teams. That's how they get us. Excuse me, I gotta do something.
That was Kamala. The karma.
Dude, stop picking these teams like that, y'all.
I gotta hear before I start jumping ship because I feel like
you ain't gotta jump ship. I can tell you straight up. She said they asked her, and then she was like, "Oh yeah." She said, "Oh, but America is not racist."
I just could you imagine the backlash if she said America is racist?
Oh, can you imagine the backlash of Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and all? Yes. Imagine the backlash. Man, we be letting people off the hook once they get their position and they go right up in there. Same reason I will vote for Obama 7 times. But damn it, if you don't get up there and just say what it is.
Yeah. Mike ready to jump ship. That's crazy. The lawmaker, that one. Wait, let me see if Shawnee got it. Let me see if she's ready.
Everybody on my Instagram live, it's a Friday. Y'all need to already download Free Agent Radio and Media Room 360. I'm trying to get Cam. Cam, is there a problem? Am I doing something wrong?
I'm waiting on it.
Okay, I'll do it one more time. Well, not one more time, but I'll do it many times.
I want you to.
Just pisses me off, yo.
Good morning, Debbie. Good morning. I see you.
Donald Trump got on that microphone and said exactly what he wanted to say to rep the folks he was repping.
He didn't come out and say it. It was his little dog whistles that Trump did.
No. Stop, Jay. Stop. You're bugging right now. You're bugging.
What did he blatantly said America?
Yes. No, he blatantly represented his constituents. He blatantly represented his people. Blatantly. And y'all don't want to give him credit for it, but I give him credit for it. Well, he sent them cats to the Capitol. You tell me who got the balls to do that. As disrespectful as it was, as disgusting what it was. He said, we're here. You need to fight this. I hate Donald Trump, but damn it, he did it. Kamala goes, America is not racist. But because she's the first black woman, I know y'all get all, everybody's like, she's the first black woman to be the vice president. So the hell what? If she not going to stand up and say what she got to say.
You're crazy. It's been.
No, I'm not. I want the clip. I want the clip so y'all can hear it.
And I think she was responding to Tim Scott's comments. So if you want, we could play what he said initially.
Yes.
We can play
respond.
That first.
Yeah, play his ass. Go ahead, play his ass so you can get the whole. Here's the first single. This is what we call
America is not a racist country. It's backwards to fight discrimination with different types of discrimination. I'm an African American who's voted in the South my entire life. This is not about civil rights or our racial past. I get called Uncle Tom and the N-word.
Hot red ladies on the floor. Hot red ladies.
You can stop it. He said this is not about civil rights.
Come on, Jay.
All right, I'm not rocking with Tim Scott at all.
No, your girl's coming. I promise you, your girl's coming too. I promise you, your girl's coming too.
Woo,
boy.
Saying on your IG, once you vote them in, they really handcuffed. It is tough to get stuff passed.
They're not handcuffed.
The House and then the Senate. You gotta get all these people
on my IG live. They're handcuffed because they want to keep their job. That's why they're handcuffed. This dude said America is not racist. I want to know anybody on my IG live. Please show me who you are that tells me America is not racist
Are
or
you saying
sexist.
all? You saying all America?
No, I'm not, J Black. I'm not saying, dog. I'm too good to even respond to that nonsense. All of America, of course we know, but America is racist, or we wouldn't have people getting shot by cops, or we wouldn't have a fact that if you look at the average money that a Black Hispanic person makes compared to a Caucasian person in 2021, and you see the discrepancy in that, you're going to tell me in 2021 it's still not equal?
We got it. She's ready.
Oh, please play this so Jay Black can jump out.
Let me hear this. I want to hear.
Senator Tim Scott said last night that America is not a racist country. Do you agree with that? And what do you make of his warning against fighting discrimination with more discrimination?
I believe that we need to address, well, first of all, no, I don't think America is a racist country, but we also do have to speak truth about the history of racism in our country and its existence today.
Yeah. Go ahead, Mike.
I'm speechless.
Good morning, Jacqueline.
I'm speechless of what a coward these people are.
Cooning.
I'm speechless.
Those white Republicans be laughing at Tim Scott behind his back, and
And
that's
how,
the sad part.
and how do they laugh behind Kamala? Did I say it correctly? Kamala Harris? 'Cause I don't want to.
Kamala.
I'm sorry. I've always had a problem with Kamala Harris. Did y'all? Go ahead, Jay. You go. Go ahead.
Oh no, you mean go ahead, Jay? I was just, I'm listening to you and your perspective.
No. You wanted to hear what she said. That's what she said. She said America is not a racist country.
I think as a politician, you have to be very careful of your wording, and I think that's what she was doing.
Oh my God, this is exactly what I'm talking about. So why did we vote? Why did we go out in droves to vote for somebody who now goes in there and has to be careful when the first thing out their mouths were Black people are being discriminated against, minorities are being discriminated against. You got Mexicans at the border and kids are being taken. But now when you get in there, all of a sudden it's, you got to be careful.
I mean, we all know that Kamala is set up to be our next and first female African American.
I'm not voting for her.
Because she's not blunt right now for you.
How do you think things are going to be changed if somebody isn't blunt and bold to do this? Go ahead.
I just think it has to be strategic.
Y'all get your jerseys. Y'all get your Democratic. Listen, I voted Democrat my entire life, but this is what pisses me off. When you get in there, she said America is not a racist country. America is built. Everybody on my Instagram Live, everybody on Media Room 360, everybody on Facebook, everybody on YouTube. America is based on racism. It's based. Minorities, it's based on making sure we have an inner city. That inner city and that hood would not exist if white people were in that hood.
I agree with Kathy. Kathy said you have to listen to her continuous because she explained the reason, and basically she said it's existing now. She said you have to look at it. I wasn't going to bring it up because Mike is passionate right now, and he wants to go hard.
No, Kathy, I want to tell you, when you say America is not racist, and then you fulfill the statement. I heard the entire statement. But until you say America is racist, after you do everything, until you say America is not racist, you done messed up already. This is a country that sent crack into Los Angeles on purpose to fight an illegal war. And I was saying this way before snowfall, y'all. My dad was making me watch the proceedings that were going on with Oliver North. Everybody can't be sitting here going, oh, we're going to play this little game and we're going to be like, we got to be strategic. It is 2021, Jay Black. We missed.
You scare them white folks off when you come too hard. You come in too hot, You got it's wording. It's all about wordplay.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. We've been doing the wording thing for how many years now? How many years? It was crazy. It was crazy. Mrs. Harris, you were the same one. Your wording in California when you were sending black people to the death penalty.
A Dallas girl, she agreed with you on your IG. She said facts. She agreed with you.
When you were sending people of brown and black complexions to the death penalty, y'all not bamboozling me. I already know what it is. I'm telling all y'all, base your votes on policy. Base your votes on what you think should happen, not on what party. You go like, what party's going to do this? What party's going to make this happen?
Mm-hmm.
We want this. Who gonna do it? No, you don't get our loyalty, regardless of what happens.
Yeah, because you got a better option.
Yo, what's your better option, Jay Black? What's been your better option? Let me ask you, what's been your better option? What's been your better option?
I'm saying to give her an opportunity. It's been 2 months.
Yo,
January 20th.
She was in California. She was in California for years, and Cass was getting locked up.
I can't be. I'm not like with the banner. I just want to give her opportunity. I'm not sure about the past. I just know moving forward.
So she just been here for this long, and she couldn't like. All right, let's move on.
It's not a worldwide problem, please. But because I do want to play that lawmaker. When he was talking about introducing slavery in schools. But,
there's not. Wait. Basically, there's not a worldwide problem with police brutality amongst black people, but in many cities, there's not a Kathy, you ain't seen the world? Black people are discriminated against in the entire world. The continent of Africa was taken over by white people. It's called apartheid in their own country.
Yeah, Kathy, maybe you misunderstood Kathy a little bit. Yeah, you misunderstood.
How did I misunderstand? Put her comment back up. No, put her comment. So, Professor, basically, they're not a worldwide problem with police brutality amongst black people. Are you kidding me? But in many cities, people are killing. Kathy, I love you for listening and watching. If I take you to the videos of what they do around the world, no, we're not explaining her response. Thank you. I know she's saying I'm saying to explain. No, because she knows what goes on around the world. She specifically knows what goes on around the world. Specifically knows what is going on around this world. In every part of this world, the fear of black people has existed and been shown. Can you imagine if Germany was taken over by black Africans? No, you can't. Can you imagine if Italy was taken over by Africans? No, you can't. But Africa.
Oh, they saying on your IG, Kathy, they saying on Mike's IG, you're living in a bubble. But she was just explaining what.
Who's living in a bubble? In what bubble? What bubble?
No, they saying Kathy was living in a bubble if she thought that it was no worldwide. But she was just explaining Kamala's response.
Y'all not gonna look. Listen, man. Boom, boom. Y'all crazy right now. Boom, boom. Y'all better open up your eyes. But boom, boom. You get bamboozled for votes. But boom, boom. And they get checks for it. Boom, boom. You get bamboozled for votes. Bamboozled for votes. I'll give you one. I'll give you another 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 one. Joe Biden, President Joey B. signed a no hate crime against Asians. And well, he should. Correct? Well, he should.
Correct.
That's correct. I know. Don't you think maybe he should have signed that for black people first? Boom, boom. Boom, boom.
Yep.
Boom. Oh, he's waiting for them to pass it and all this other stuff. They literally went up there and signed something to stop violence against Asians. I'm Puerto Rican. I'm saying this for black people. She don't want to blame the entire country for racism, but acknowledge there are racist people among us. But the entire country and the entire thing that has been built on is racism. You can't take that. The fiber of America has been based on racism.
And speaking of that, we have the lawmaker they were talking about introducing slavery, teaching slavery in school, and he made a comment. So speaking of law, we also have our lawyer, resident lawyer for the show, Leah Frazier, in the waiting room. So let's play that clip and then bring Leah in and discuss it.
Hey, you know what, Jay? That is good producing. That's good producing right there. That's what I'm talking about. Go ahead, play it. Go ahead.
But what is a larger course of academic instruction?
If you're having a discussion on whatever the case may be on slavery, then you can talk about everything dealing with slavery, the good, the bad, the ugly,
There's no good to slavery, though.
Well, then whatever the...
Oh, her voice, her response to
Good
that.
Oh, America ain't built on racism. Oh, no, there's no way in God's green earth. Leah Frazier, welcome to the show. Hold on, let me get Leah Frazier.
Hey, guys.
Leah,
Good
we're
morning.
not allowed to play music because, I don't know, Facebook shuts people down. So when I introduce you, I got to do a bebop. Boom, boom.
Yeah.
Leah Frazier. Boom, boom. In the building. Leah, welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning, y'all.
Have you been listening to? Do we have to catch you up, or do we?
Will you play that again?
Mike, you know it's early. I just woke up.
God bless you. God bless you, and thank you. Can we speak? Okay, so let's play the clip. Vice President Harris said
Yes.
this. Yeah,
Please
let's
play it because I saw it on my Twitter, and there was a
Yeah.
senator too that said some stuff. So
No, we just played him.
That was his. Okay,
Yeah,
I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah,
I
he
didn't
was
want to get upset.
We got to tell you the good and the bad of slavery. The good and the bad. What? Who? What?
What good? What good was it?
That's like me getting shot in the head and going like, yo, let's talk about Michael Shawn, the good and the bad of getting shot in the head. Go ahead, play the Vice President.
Senator Tim Scott said last night that America is not a racist country. Do you agree with that? And what do you make of his warning against fighting discrimination with more discrimination?
I believe that we need to well, first of all, no, I don't think America is a racist country, but we also do have to speak truth about the history of racism in our country and its existence today.
And its existence today.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Leah. No, I'm not gonna lead the witness, and not that I could.
Lead the witness.
I'm not even gonna lead the witness. Tell me what you think about the Vice President who came out and told us the injustice against Black people the entire campaign. The entire campaign.
I know.
Police brutality. Go ahead, Leah. Go ahead. Sorry.
I don't even know what the context of why she would agree with that statement. Like, I don't understand when the whole basis of their entire campaign was built around, coming in and being alongside Black Lives Matter. They really played up the fact that she was, a Black woman, getting all the AKAs involved, and HBCU, Black Power, all of this. And this is to say that America is not a racist country when a lot of the campaigning dealt around police brutality and what's going on with George Floyd. And in that situation, that in and of itself is embedded within systemic racism. So how can you say that if America wasn't a racist country, then why the heck do we have so many people going to all of their different capitals and going and in our, going to Capitol Hill? And I have friends going down to Austin fighting for laws to make sure that Black people can stay alive at the hands of police. So how could she, and I'm disappointed to see that she would even agree to a statement like that. When I saw it, I was like, no, there must be more to it. There must be, what's her reasoning for saying that?
Now, Leah, further on, she does say there is racism in America, but my and the way you frowned upon it, and I realize why you're better than me because you can keep your tone the same. I'm practicing right now. I'm practicing. I'm practicing. I'm learning from you. I'm trying to learn. I'm trying.
Yeah,
Like you said,
when you're screaming.
you repeated what I said, but I guess I say it in a different way. But yours is more not tolerable. Yours is more professional, and I like the way you're saying it because I said the same exact thing. You tried to get every minority to vote based on what was being done to them, and based on everything from Mexicans having kids at the border, from Black people getting killed, from Black Lives Matter to all this other stuff. And then for you to even say America is not a racist country, like it just kills me for real. And this is why, and I'm not saying I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I'm saying there's a certain point where we have to use our power as to exactly what we want. And then when what we want is, will the Republicans do it or will the Democrats do it? Whoever's down to take care of our issues. I just can't I can't follow one group anymore because then y'all get in power and next thing you know, it's this nonsense.
You know what's going to happen because she said this, the same racist people, and I'm not going to say that every Republican is racist because people will do that, and I'm not going to put them all in one group, but the radical racist Republicans are now going to take this clip and say, see, I told you, all you Black people that are Democrats and vote straight Democratic ticket and you're straight for the Democratic Party, we told you that they had agenda. We told you that they were going to use you for the votes. We told you. And I feel like her saying that and not finding another way to say whatever it is she was trying to prove is actually going to make the racial tension in America worse, because what she just did was empower all of those crazy Republicans that are being racist towards Black people. That's what she did yesterday. She gave them ammo with that statement.
And it's just something where I'm like, and I ignored a lot. And I'm going to admit it. People won't admit it. I ignored a lot that went on in the state of California. I ignored a lot. There's a lot of things she voted for. There's a lot of things she enforced and helped get through that I was like, and I let you, and listen, I don't know what I want to call myself, but I allowed you to get away with a lot of people who went to jail forever. Forever.
Think about the rollout of the campaign, Mike, and everybody else. Remember when it was when they rolled out Kamala, they played to, oh, she's an AKA, Chucks and Pearls. It was like media. We're in media. We know how that works, right?
Yes.
And then remember when he had somebody else a part of his cabinet that was transgender. And there was a big campaign around that. Oh, transgender, this is the most diverse office that we've had. LGBTQI plus community, whoop, 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 played that up. Everything. And when they started rolling all of that out, I didn't necessarily say it with Kamala, but I was like, this is a very strategic campaign because they're playing on all of the DEI issues that we have going on in America. They're playing on Black Lives Matter. It was very strategic. That whole team, the whole campaign in-house.
When you say DEI, what do you mean by that? The DEI?
Diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Okay, just want to do it.
And so it's like they knew what they were doing every step of the way. But we got to be honest, we wanted Trump out so bad that and I agree with you, Mike. Yeah, can we look at it and say, based on the statement yesterday, we may have been played? I hate saying that, but I'm so disappointed in seeing that. But I knew it when it was rolling out. I was like, they're trying to get the gay vote. They're trying to get the LGBTQIA plus community vote, the Black vote, the Hispanic vote, the Asian vote. They're playing it. They're playing the game. And when she said that, I was like, come on, sister girl.
Yeah. And when you said, and this, I'm not being funny. Is my mic okay right now, God? I'm trying to be as low as possible. Is it okay?
Nah, it's Snap, Crackle, and Pop, but we'll get to that after the break.
I have no idea why. How about now?
Yeah, you'll be fine after the break. You'll be fine after the break. Go ahead.
Okay. Don't talk to me like that, Jay.
You're fine. You're fine.
Like real life.
IRL.
No, when you said sister girl, don't do that. And that's what they played off of.
I know.
That's what they played off of. And listen, would I have changed my vote? No, I would not have changed my vote. I would not have voted for Trump. It's just, this gets ridiculous when we're watching these videos every day of somebody getting killed. And politics always plays us. Yeah, I understand that. But my thing is, when does somebody tell us, listen, we're not picking a team? Both these teams have screwed minorities. So now we have to pick policies. Who is going to handle police brutality for real? Like, who's going to really do this police reform for real? Who's going to handle sexism for real? How can we still have a country where, for some reason, if you have a vagina, you don't get paid the same, even though you have the same talent, you have the same skill set, and you might be overqualified? It's baffling. Like, when people start getting off, I'm telling you, MSNBC, CNN, Fox. Do I watch CNN most of the time? Yes. These stations have made billions, treated politics like it's a football game. You're a Cowboy fan. I'm a Giant fan. No matter what they do, you're going to take their side. No matter what we do, you're going to take our side. No matter what. All we have to do is spin it so that you guys get on our team. And once you're on our team, you can never.
I know.
Even with this COVID-19. Right now. I was 100%. Guys, get your vaccinations. Guys, do this. Guys, do, like, we need to wear your mask. And I still wear my mask. But I can't deny the fact that Texas has opened up 100%. And there are states that haven't opened up 100% that have higher rates of COVID. I'm not telling you that's perfection. I'm just telling you, when you see stuff like that, stop saying I'm going to deny it because I'm rocking with the Democrats, and start going, okay, so why is that happening? You can ask a question. Why is Texas right now 100% open and cases don't seem to be going up the way they're going up? New York still has more cases. I don't have the answer for that, but I would like to be able to say, can we talk about it, and me not just say, well, I just rock with the Democrats, so I don't want to hear about that. That's what frustrates me, like, to the highest level.
Yeah. Yeah. You got it out. You got it all out.
But see, I got to say it in a way, in a different way, because Leah's here. So I'm trying to learn. No. Because, when you get too excitable.
Excitable?
Yeah. Is that word, excitable?
I don't think excitable. We know what you mean. We know what you mean. It is now. It's official. Excitable.
Jay with his low vocabulary just got a good one. When I got excited, I'm sorry, I get too excited. And then when I get too excited, it turns like I'm just angry. And I'm just trying to say what's obvious. And then when Leah gets on here and says it in a calm, composed demeanor, then you actually get it. Did I meet your qualifications, Jay, on those? Did I meet your qualifications on those?
I think you did really well.
I'm checking every word on you. We're going to have a word battle. I'm checking all your words.
Oh, I keep it simple. I keep just for that.
Oh, no, you be trying. I be hearing extra syllables for no reason.
I did say koof yesterday. I did say koof.
Yeah, you said koof. You sound like an old Jewish woman.
Where's the other?
Did you have another question?
No.
So Leah can get in. So Leah can get into it. We got her here. Don't say that.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden, when she's gone, you're like, oh.
Oh no. I wanted to go over
the guy beat up the person that was molesting his child.
Yeah, I'm trying to find that story. Where is it at? Where is it at? Give me a sec. Shawnee.
Well, we can tell you the story. Before.
Yeah. You can tell it. Yeah.
So, a man found another young man molesting his child. I forget the ages, and he beat him into a coma. Like he beat him into the whole. So Jay, but you should ask what questions you have for it.
Well, I was just wondering because he beat the guy so bad. I guess the father walked in on the babysitter molesting his 9-year-old son, and he literally beat him to where as though the guy was unconscious.
Good.
And then he called the cops like, "Hey, I got him here for you. He's bloody." And the cops asked, "Hey, did you use a weapon?" He said, "Yeah, my fist." It was like, but literally the guy's face was disformed, and he was like literally almost dead.
You have ruined a 9-year-old life. Good for you.
Yeah, but is he cool with the law? Is he cool with the law, Leah? You turned into me. Is he cool with the law?
I don't take child abuse like that. This is the reason I don't practice law anymore, because I did a lot in family law, and I could not emotionally. I couldn't keep myself together when I would get CPS files. So this is one of the main reasons I don't practice anymore. But legally, what they look for is criminal intent, right? So that's always the basis in any crime, is what was the state of the mind when it was happening. So think about, in terms of murder, all the different levels of murder, why people can not necessarily get away with it, but they're like, oh, that's a crime of passion, because when you went in and shot the dude, he was sleeping with your wife. And so for that moment in time, you didn't premeditate it. You were incited to this type of behavior because it came from passion. You didn't intend to kill him, but it came across a certain way, right? And so the same thing in this situation, where even if it ends up being a battery, he can go in and it may go into a lesser offense because he didn't have criminal intent. You saw someone raping your child. And so, while he may, maybe there's something civilly that'll come out of it, pay some hospital bills, whatever the situation is, they're going to look at his mind. And I really don't think it's going to go. I think a court's going to side with this person. It may go down to a lesser offense. But that person deserved every little bit that they got. And I know that's not the legal thing y'all want to hear, but I just.
No. But I just want to make sure I got the steps right. So if this went to a grand jury to see if it's going to go to trial, the grand jury to say, no, we're good. Like, we're not. If the grand jury doesn't feel like they can decide if it shouldn't go to the next step, right? If they decide against it, correct? Am I wrong?
They can. Yeah, the grand jury has to indict them on the charges.
Right. That's what I was saying.
So has he been charged at this point? Do we know?
No, we don't know if he's been charged at this point.
Yeah. I think we got the video now, though. If we can play the video, it may say it in the video. For the dad. Yes, with the young boy. Yep.
Yeah, I'm wondering if the person he beat up has even decided to press charges. He shouldn't, because I would counter for freaking child abuse. So what do you want? Well, that's going down anyways.
Yeah, exactly. So he may,
so they may just, he may get away with it.
All right, let's play the clip. Thanks.
A beaten and bruised Raymond Frolander stood before a judge and didn't say a word during his first appearance in court. Daytona Beach police arresting Frolander for sexually assaulting an 11-year-old boy. His face severely bruised after the boy's father caught him in the act and then beat him unconscious. This phone call to 911 happened shortly after.
I just walked in and found a grown man molesting, and I got him in a bloody puddle for you right now, officer.
Okay, sir. You discover that he has been sexually abusing him in your home. Father did what a father had to do.
Police found Frolander motionless on the floor of the apartment where the sexual battery occurred. First responders had to take him to the hospital to be checked out.
Send him an ambulance. He's going to need one.
Were there any weapons involved?
My fist and my foot.
Police say the victim told them Frolander had been assaulting him since he was 8 years old.
You think to yourself, here's a young man whose innocence was taken away from him. You know, 8 to 11-year-olds should be outside riding their bike and playing sports and playing video games.
Frolander did not receive a bond and will stay in jail for the time being. Investigators are making sure he has not victimized any other children.
How old? Wait a second. Okay, now I got questions. How old was the individual who did this, and how was he in your house?
He's a teen. You have teens that babysit kids.
A dude in a White House?
What do you mean a White House?
A white man had a 12-year-old, a 13-year-old boy. I'm just asking. I want to know that kid. I'm not making excuses. I'm saying that kid looks super young.
Yeah, he's a teen.
Yeah, he might have been 18, 19, because he's an adult.
I don't think the father or whatever. You're thinking that they're white? Is that what you're asking, Mike?
Wasn't that white? That white man was right there.
No, that
white man was right there. Yes.
That was
a cop.
No,
that was a cop.
Oh, that was okay. So that was a cop. I apologize. But why was this young man like? There's something weird about this.
I guess at 8 years old, you need a babysitter. So you have that teenager, or a young adult that's watching your child for you at 8, and then you 9, 10. I guess up to 11.
Can we play the video?
I don't think there's anything weird about it, Mike. I mean, when I was growing up, if you lived on the same street as the kids and the next door neighbors kind of knew you or whatever, and they wanted you to babysit, you babysat. It didn't matter if you were a girl or a boy or whatever. They trusted you with their kids because you
didn't matter. It didn't matter in my house, and I'm older than you. It didn't.
Well,
matter.
You're different.
It wasn't a boy. There was no boy gonna babysit. Okay, but didn't that sound like a white guy making the 911 call?
I thought it was a black guy, but
you did.
Yeah.
Sounded white.
My bloody. Play that again, please. Because I thought that was a white guy.
He sounded
a beaten and bruised Raymond Frolander stood before a judge and didn't say a word during his first appearance in court. Daytona Beach police arresting Frolander for sexually assaulting an 11-year-old boy. His face severely bruised after the boy's father caught him in the act and then beat him unconscious. This phone call to 911 happened shortly after.
I just walked in and found a grown man molesting, and I got him in a bloody puddle for you right now, officer.
Okay, sir. Well, sir. You discover that he has been sexually abusing him in your home. Father did what a father had to do.
Police found Frolander motionless on the floor of the apartment where the sexual battery occurred. First responders had to take him to the hospital to be checked out.
Send him an ambulance. He's going to need one.
Were there any weapons involved?
My fist and my foot.
Police say the victim told them Frolander had been assaulting him since he was 8 years old.
You think to yourself, here's a young man whose innocence was taken away from him. 8 to 11-year-olds should be outside riding their bike and playing sports and playing video games.
He's been babysitting that boy since he was 8? Okay, it's disgusting. Like, look, I would have killed him. I would have tried. I don't know if I would have been correct. I would have tried. But he's been babysitting this kid since he was 8. That kid don't look like he's more than how. I just want to know why they didn't say how old this kid was that was babysitting. I'm just asking. I'm just asking.
Well, they said the kid was 11. He was 11 but it was started when he was 8 years old.
Yes. So how old would that? How old do y'all think that kid looked that was babysitting?
If he's babysitting, he's probably a couple of years older. He's probably not older than 15, if I had to guess.
And he's okay.
I just know he looked like Martin Lawrence when Martin fought Tommy Hearns. That's what I know. That boy, he looked just like Martin. Did you see his picture? I wish we had the side by side.
They said the man was grown. I'm not looking at a grown man.
That's what the dad said. The dad said it when he made the call.
But the reporter said it too.
18, you're an adult.
I'm not gonna get into that situation. You're not babysitting my kid.
Yeah. Or you gonna look like Martin from Tommy Hearns beating down?
No, I'm not making that decision. You're not babysitting my kid from the age of 8 years old, and you're just another dude from the block. No. Not blaming anybody. I'm just saying just what I wouldn't do.
Yeah, that's exactly what he looked like. Ain't that what his face looked like? Exactly. Like at the time.
But Mike, we don't know that he was just another dude from the block. They left those facts out because we don't know what the situation is. Yeah, it could be funny business, but it also could be he was a family friend or he was the kid that his kid played basketball with down the street. We just don't know.
I just want to know his age. I want to know his age. That's all I want to know because they keep saying this dude was grown. That don't listen.
They said he's a teen, so he has to be 18, 19.
Yeah. The guy that made the call said he was
if he was a juvenile, they can't display him like that. So he's not a juvenile. So he has to be 18, 19 years old.
If a juvenile kills somebody, they can't show his face. I swear I don't see teens faces.
Well, there's a lot of different laws where if they qualify for juvie, like you can't release their names. There's a lot of different things that you can't do versus adults. So he has 18. To be 18. Yeah, so he
was 18 at the time. At the time of the incident, he was 18 and pleaded not guilty.
So he was all right. I'm gonna leave this one. I'm gonna leave it alone because
he got 25. It looked like they sentenced him to 25 years. Okay, he's a little older than
good because he has ruined that kid's life.
Yeah, he's over.
He has ruined it, and for them to say like, "Oh, this wasn't the first time," he's been doing that. Put the kid in therapy immediately.
No, you're absolutely right, Leah. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. Absolutely.
To me, when people do stuff like that, it's the same thing as like murder to me, because you've literally ruined that person. You've taken their entire life away.
Your innocence and all that. Yeah, and as a father, that
put him away. Like I'd kill him, and I'm saying this live on the radio. That's why I do not have children.
But this is the only problem. I would say the same thing. The only problem is let's say you kill him and then you go to jail for life. Now your kid suffers again because you're going to jail.
Would it be a jury or a judge?
No, it doesn't matter. You can't. It doesn't matter what your reason is.
I wouldn't go into first or second degree murder. I'd get married.
I just want to know.
Passion. I'd get out.
Let's just take this out. Who is letting some dude babysit your kid?
If it was boy to girl, I get that, Mike.
No, I'm not letting. First of all, I don't even think dudes are responsible to take care of my kid in real life. Don't call me. So if this is going on from 8, he's 11, that's 2, to 16. And first of all, what the hell is an 18-year-old still babysitting people for? Like there's a whole bunch of nonsense going on here. And but listen, not here. Let me stop. Not here.
Maybe the 11-year-old has special needs and he couldn't take care of himself, so you needed that extra support.
No, I'm saying it, and that's even more. Why would you get
worse?
That makes it worse.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Especially, we don't know. But apparently, the 11-year-old wasn't trusted to be home alone. So
if he was watching them that long, there had to be some type of friendship, family friend, neighbor, known them for years or whatever. It's not no fly-by-night situation.
Taking an ad out in the newspaper or going online.
Thank you, DJ.
You might not approve of a boy taking care of your child, so that's what you do in your household. That don't mean it's scraped across the board.
Let's remove. Hold up. Let's remove this whole. We're not talking about this topic. We're not talking about this case. That he deserved everything he got. Let's just remove this. Let's take this out. This has nothing. He lived next door to them, which was convenient.
Slowly coming out. There it is.
And this is what I mean about the convenience.
Isn't that what I said? That's what I said.
Yes, you did say that. But let me tell you about the convenience. This has nothing to do with the case, y'all. I'm not blaming. This has to do in general. Nothing to do with the case. Nothing to do with the case. Throw it away. He deserves whatever he got. Dad was right. Now we're talking about a different issue. There are people that will leave their kids with anybody. And y'all tell me if I'm goddamn lying, because I'm not. They will let anybody babysit their kids just to get out the house.
Or
y'all need to really
go to work. Yeah, they do.
Okay, how many stories have we heard about a chick that was dating a man for 6 months and came back, and the dude that she was dating for 6 months she trusted with her kids, and he killed these kids. And he killed the kids.
I know.
Listen, look, Shawnee said Frolander lived next door to the 11-year-old, and father was the victim's biological mother. His father was the victim's biological. The suspect's stepmother is engaged to the victim's. Oh my God! You read that.
The plot thickens. Yeah, there's a whole lot going on. Oh man, I just got an alert too saying that females.
Bottom line is
molest kids as well.
That's the bottom line. It was somebody that they were familiar with and felt comfortable.
Trusted.
Yeah, but did you see that story? Did you see that story?
What story?
It was a mess. What Shawnee just put up there? That's a mess.
It's all familyed up. That somebody's about to marry somebody, blah blah blah. So that means people are knowing people. They're not strangers.
Yeah, but it's still a mess.
Okay, it could be a mess, but that means they're still not strangers, bro.
Then you're not babysitting my kids, bro. You're not babysitting my kids.
Okay.
Well, Mike, you do realize real quick, Mike, that females also do molest kids as well.
It goes both
I totally
ways.
I totally understand that. I totally get it. You just decide who's babysitting your kid. That's all I'm saying. There's a mess that goes on. You know how many people get molested in this country based on who babysits them? How many uncles we allow around kids and stuff like that?
In some cases, man, parents.
Oh, parents, everything. Parents, friends, the whole nine. All I'm saying is that I have seen, man, listen, I have personally witnessed who gets left with kids.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm blessed. I got a family support. So if y'all want to throw that at me, I'm sorry. I'm blessed that my family is around to support me to babysit the kids. So, but this has nothing to do with that case. Just a lot of y'all. All right.
So let's yeah. I guess we should take a break. We got Dr. Aaron Smith in the waiting room as well. He can give us an update on a lot of things going on from the Brown case with the police shooting, and I'm sure he has a plethora. That's a good word. A plethora of items that we can discuss.
You were struggling. You were struggling with that one. You were struggling with that one. You got it out. Look, Leah wanted to get. Leah almost went back to her lawyer days and was like, "I object." She almost objected.
Yo, Jay was sitting on that for about a minute.
Oh, dog, he practiced that last night.
Hey,
no,
Jay,
I applaud him. You know,
Jay,
thank you, Leah.
He's gonna come with the words. He may not come with the books, but he's gonna come with the words. So
now, Jay, what was the alternative? What was the easy word that you would have said? I knew there was another word.
You could have just said a lot
of stuff. A lot of stuff.
He could wait to get that off. Yo, right now, his tongue wants to take a break. And his tongue's like, yo, go to break. Go to
tongue need a black and mild.
His tongue need a black.
Oh man, that was good. That was good.
Yo, his tongue rolled back in his mouth to his tonsils. And you believe this motherfucker trying to he's saying words. Tonsils was like, I don't know, man. You better not do it again.
And reminder, we do have State Properties Peedi Crackk coming up too in about 25 minutes. So let's keep it pushing.
All right, Leah, when can we have you back on the show? I want to make sure. I think you're a good influence on us.
Yeah, she is. She's very, very, very much.
I think you are. I think
whenever
you're a good.
You want.
I mean, let me tell you something. You're a good influence because Cam came out. Because Cam is normally laid back. Once we get Cam intense, that's what I know. We taking this show to another level.
Cam was on my squad. Cam came.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, this is just like this is how I got paid growing up.
Yeah.
2 people down the street, they knew me. I was the kid down the street. Like, this is just how it works, Mike.
Yeah, and I know how my babysitter got down with me. All that nonsense. I know how that babysitter got down with me. I know when my dad came home, he said, "Oh, we won't need you anymore, Miss Weed, Linda Weed." Yup.
Oh god.
That bathtub was crazy. That's all I'm saying.
Sound like a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. But guess what? It distorted my whole thought of sex and everything,
side of
everything like that. On everything like that. Once once a guy feels that feeling, you're a predator after that. I was like, what? That's what happens? Let's get ready to run. Did
we just have a breakthrough moment that Mike admitted that you were molested as a child?
Yeah.
Wow.
I've said this before. It was
not on air.
No, it wasn't us. We didn't actually, because my mom was listening, so now she's gonna go crazy. She's gonna spin out of control. It was
Mom.
It was some things. It was things because the girl was young. I'm adorable. What do you want me to do?
Oh God.
What do you want me to do? And at that age, I was super adorable. What do you want me to do in my life? So that it was stuff. So don't use the word molested because that's too much. That's too much. That's too much.
But that's where the therapy comes in to acknowledge your reality. That's what it was. I mean, that's what something my wife would say to me. Like we have to own what it is.
But now that makes sense as to why you reacted the way you did when DJ Cam and I saw it like as a totally different issue. You saw that makes sense. Now, Mike, I'm not saying I agree with you, but now I can see where your side of the argument comes from.
Yep.
And I don't need anybody to agree. I just know there are too many people that I know who leave their kids with anybody who's willing to watch them.
No, I'm not saying that it doesn't happen. Like I said, I've seen a lot of cases. I know a lot of things. I had stuff come across my desk where the stepdaddy literally beat an infant and broke every single bone in the infant's body. For what? Oh, because they cried too much or they wouldn't eat their food. Like it's too much. So I know a lot of stuff that goes on. I'm not even saying it doesn't. I'm just saying I think that there's, like, when you're talking about communities and families and things like that, there's a lot of things that go on that's trust, and their people's brains don't go towards molestation.
No, it doesn't.
Maybe now in the last couple of years, or maybe even the last 5 or so years, as more stuff is being reported. But before, like when I was around, that wasn't people's first thought.
I went to a rehab where just about 60% of the men in here gave stories and testimonies of being molested by people in their family that took care of them.
But now, as more people are comfortable coming out, a lot of the victims, the reason we didn't know about it is because they weren't speaking on it.
And I get that. All I'm saying is that.
Go ahead, Mike.
All I'm saying is that we will let. I wasn't talking to you. All right, we're gonna just take a break.
My bad. My bad. Yeah.
No. Just get to. All right, we're gonna take a break. I said people will be more choosy about somebody driving their car than they will be about somebody taking care of their kid. They're like, you ain't gonna drive my car. So let me fix this microphone before I go crazy. All right, we're gonna take a break. We'll come back, take a black and mild break. Love you.
What up, y'all? It's Michael Shawn from Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends. And just in case you missed the show, check this out.
I've woken up in jail a few times, and what was the lowest point where you were like, I don't know if I can get out of this? Like, what was the lowest point in your life where you're like, I think I've screwed up so much that I can't lift myself from this guy?
Well, it had to be when I was in jail, and I had a new baby. And I was in jail for months for bank robbery. And I'm doing a documentary. Y'all think you know, but you don't really know.
No, we don't know. Go ahead.
And so I was in Twin Towers Correctional Facility. Here's what's crazy. Now follow me with this. I did a movie called The Rock. Remember I told you did The Rock?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Part of the interior jail scenes were shot at Twin Towers Correctional Facility when it was just opening. They used to have a jail in LA called Sybil Brand. Sybil Brand was so run down and rat infested and disgusting and horrible. Even they even made an old movie called Sybil Brand with like DeBrat and some people like that. Mm-hmm. So they built a new jail and it was Twin Towers. Before Twin Towers opened, during the transition from Sybil Brand to Twin Towers, they shot part of The Rock in it. Now I'm in The Rock. So now I'm incarcerated in a jail that I'm in a movie that has that jail in it. Like, go figure that.
Oh wow!
And I had already been on TV, so the CEOs knew who I was. And the Campbell, what you doing in here? And I got to jail, and it was like, "What's up, Hollywood? Hey, Hollywood." So I went through all that.
Just out of curiosity, when you said robbing the bank, was it the Cleo style from Set It Off, or was it the pass the note? Like when you was robbing, like what did you pass the note, or when you came in there guns a blazing? Everybody get down.
I worked at the bank. Got robbed.
Inside.
I just took the money and went like this.
Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover Legends. Your escape from reality. Right here on Free Agent Radio.
What up, y'all? It's Michael Shawn from Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends. And just in case you missed the show, check this out.
Please give me a minute on this because this is my conspiracy theory. This is my conspiracy theory.
All right.
Your character in Love Jones.
Okay.
You were an ass in that, and your character was an ass.
Yes.
Which goes against how we know you.
Correct.
So when I saw you do that, I was like, yo, Bill's really going in. I truly believe that the character in The Best Man, our dude,
Terrence.
Yes.
Terrence Howard.
I swear that character, I'm not saying nobody stole it. This is my conspiracy theory.
Okay.
Your character is what birthed that character.
Oh, yeah.
Because that was
Absolutely.
the type of ass that you were in that movie.
Yeah. I mean, but that was fun. That was fun because I never get a chance to be that dude. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I have aspects of my personality that I can pull from, but that character was dope because he was everything they wasn't. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to go against the grain. If you go back and Love Jones, there's a scene at the table. I wish they could show this take because it was crazy. So Ted Witcher said on this take, let me fix this because the lighting is coming through my office. So he said, I want y'all to do whatever you want to do in this scene. I got the take I want. I felt that we should have used this take, but we didn't. So basically, I'm sitting there. Everything is a metaphor. And we're basically letting him know I stole his chick. Basically, you know, he's saying, "Hey, I heard you got a new job." I'm like, "No, I heard you lost your job." You know what I'm talking about? Do you know?
Right. Yeah. I know exactly what you're like. Yeah, I know exactly.
He said, "No, I heard you got fired." That's not what I heard. You know what I'm saying? So there's one scene at the end, and I forget what I said at the end, and he hit the table like this. Boom. And everybody was like, oh. And I was like, it hurt to lose your occupation. Oh my God. It was so cold-blooded.
Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover Legends. Your escape from reality. Right here on Free Agent Radio.
Yo, on the Takeover Legends. Jay Black, Cam, how's the mic sound?
Mic sound nice.
All right, cool. All right, Jay Black, DJ Cam, Sexy Mo later on the show. Also, we'll have Peedi Crackk from State Property, Rockefeller Records. It's going to be all asking questions about Jay-Z, Dame Dash. We even got a story about Dipset and Cameron that I heard Peedi Crackk talk about, which is one of the most, God, this man. Oh, has anybody before? Oh, you know what? Let us introduce the rapping professor, Professor Aaron Smith, because I want you to be a part of this. Aaron, what's going on? Clap it up, clap it up.
Morning.
Did Cam, Jay, Aaron, did anybody hear the new Jay-Z Nas song?
I didn't hear it. I saw people posting about it, but I didn't research.
Sorry, not sorry.
Is fire, or is it just fire?
No, it's fire, but it's not going to be one of those allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is, you just got to hear it. And then everybody's all right, I can't wait. Dipset this. Go ahead, Leah. All right. So what we doing with our professor? What we doing with our professor?
I think he got an update because in the news about Brown, the African American male, they got shot up by the police and shot in the back of the head. It was all type of controversy and police.
It's Orlando Brown, right?
Andrew Brown.
Andrew Brown
Jr.
So
more importantly than the update, I have an update, but I have follow-up analysis, which is what makes the conversation more valuable. But the update is that the deputies involved in the shooting have been identified. And then I'm going to give you my analysis. The quote from the Pasquotank, because they murdered all these Native Americans and now they use their names. The Pasquotank County Sheriff Tommy Wooten says, quote, after reviewing the preliminary conclusions of the independent investigators conducting the internal review and after carefully examining the body camera footage of the incident with my own staff, it's obvious that 4 of the deputies never fired their weapons and deserve to be reinstated to active duty. He said more investigation is necessary into the 3 deputies who did fire their weapons, and they will remain on administrative leave pending completion of the internal investigation and or the criminal investigation being conducted by the State Bureau of Investigation. If your head is not spinning, then the quote was not effective. Because if you want to know, layman's terms, what that was, I'm going to break it down. Because there's a man named Michael Shawn who showed me that you can give ratchet analogies to explain anything to anybody. So you got your side chick in the bed that you and your main chick sleep on. You think she's away on business. Your main chick is at the door. You hear the keys jingling, and at the same time, the side chick is jingling you. She comes into the house, and instead of letting your main chick enter the bedroom, what do? You go outside first. You close the door. Side chick is in the bedroom. You start talking to the main chick and you say something like, after review of the preliminary situations of the conclusions of my independent event. And she's like, F all that. Let me in. Because mind you, the family has still not seen the full video. Mind you, the video hasn't been released to the public. So right now, we need to understand that you got a side chick back there in a full videotape and wants to come out into the living room with his drawers on and have a discussion about what officers fired their weapons and deserve to be reinstated and what murderers are now getting on paid leave. See, we got to make sure that we have, like I said before, a systems analysis. Because once you could peep game, you just say, out of my way, and you go into the bed. See, you got people saying, oh, for real? Oh, for real? Is that what you cook for me? Oh, you went to Whole Foods? Oh, is that what's new on Netflix? I'll sit here on the couch. No, black people especially. What do we care about the names of the people when we've been asking the whole time about the video? You ask somebody for something, and they say, yeah, I got something else. That's not what I asked for. Real game. Right now, they're trying to game the hell out of black people by telling us about people's names when we want the actual footage released.
Now, this was my mistake. Can you explain what city, what state this happened in so we can get the background for those who are just listening on Free Agent Radio or watching on Media Room 360?
Okay, so Andrew, I'll give you all the names and details. So Andrew Brown Jr. is the situation in Elizabeth, North Carolina. The county is called Pasquotank, Pasquotank.
And is this a situation where we were told that they just, like you said, they didn't want to release the video at all?
They're saying he had his hands on the wheel. They're saying that at least 4 officers shot into the car. They said the 20 seconds of video that they saw just show him with his hands on the wheel. And after they started shooting, they said at some point he did try to leave, which seems like the normal thing to do. They said he was blocked in. They said that one described a kill shot to the back of his head. So they said for 20 seconds, they realized all this, and they're not releasing the rest of it. So anytime somebody's not giving you the full story, the full tape, there's nothing to discuss. And that's why we had this conversation last week when we talked about a culture. There was that senile white woman recently. I don't know if you saw, she left Walmart with a few items and then they ended up like breaking her arm or dislocating her shoulder.
And then they watched the video at the station and they laughed. I mentioned
exactly. They said, wait for the pop. Did you hear the pop? And she's in there with dementia for 6 hours, not being treated while they're laughing. And that's why last week when that former officer was on there, I was like, it's a culture. Like, don't play with me. I know what a culture looks like. I know that people who are in fraternities come and say, oh, what's hazing? I never heard of it. And yes, Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated is a non-hazing organization, blah, blah, blah. But if you ask somebody behind the scenes, hey, you ever heard about, come on, man, let's be real. You ask somebody in entertainment, hey, did you know about Harvey Weinstein? They'll say, hell yeah, everybody knew. So there's always that thing that we put out in front of the public, that public face, but we know there's a real deal. So when people that are in law enforcement, like I said, you've been getting dressed with them and you know about the racism, you know about the brutality. Then the female officer says, I didn't want you to think that I wasn't in there. The female officer wanted to get kudos from the male officer and say, I was helping too. And meanwhile, she was there for 6 hours. And there's a poem called Then They Came for Me, where they talk about they came for the communists, but I wasn't a communist, so I didn't speak up. And they came for the trade unionists, but I didn't speak up. Then they came for the Jews, and I didn't speak up. Then they came for me, and there was no one there to speak for me. So right here, go ahead.
All right, Professor.
Woo.
All right. Can we get the vice president? Can we get the vice president clip? Can we get the clip?
You calling the cops, and we talk about the cops.
Yeah, can we get the clip so I can play it, so we can play it, so he can hear it, and then respond.
Let's do it.
And tell me when you're ready, because I don't want to explain myself to Professor Smith right now. I just want to say I voted for Joe Biden, Joey B. I voted most of my life for Democrats, but I'm not gonna pin my loyalty on you until y'all start dealing with the issues that have to be dealt with. So if I guess it's going to take a second.
Senator Tim Scott said last night that America is not a racist country. Do you agree with that? And what do you make of his warning against fighting discrimination with more discrimination?
I believe that we need to well, first of all, no, I don't think America is a racist country, but we also do have to speak truth about the history of racism in our country and its existence today.
Professor Smith, go ahead, Jay. Go ahead, explain.
I just said that was a short clip, but go ahead.
No, but explain what you want to explain, because you want it to be a longer clip.
No, I mean, she said what she said, and then she acknowledged that, what racism is today. So, she's acknowledging that it is racism today, but wasn't a racist. America wasn't racist. So I guess he just wanted to get your thoughts.
So before that, Jay Black, do you think America is a racist country?
I think there's racism in America.
And that wasn't the question.
Wait, we wanted to get the doctor.
No.
He just did what the professor was talking about earlier. You didn't
I wasn't going to say it, Cam.
Yeah, there you go. Boom.
I said he's side chicken Michael Shawn.
Yeah.
Cam.
Yep.
That's not the question. I like that, Mike.
The question was, do you think America is a racist country?
Yeah, I get it. I was just being politically correct, like the vice president.
I don't want that, because
being
politically correct. But this is my whole point. Being politically correct ain't never changed nothing. If all our civil rights leaders were politically correct, we wouldn't be able to do this show right now. If all our civil rights leaders were politically correct, me and you wouldn't even know each other. If everybody was politically correct. But I've already run my mouth enough. Go ahead, Professor. Tell me what you.
I feel you, though, Jay, because that's what I was just saying. There's what we all know to be true, but then there's that company line we got to toe and the public face we got to present. Politicians do it, athletes do it. They don't talk about CTE and all that, right? Everybody knows there's a whole list of truths that you don't need to reveal about what you're involved in or what you know. So I don't fault you, but I like the fact that y'all, brought it home like that. Yeah, a hell of a racist country. I thought that you were going to play the clip of her talking to the person from the Griot when she asked about reparations, and the vice president said, I'm not going to do anything just for black people. No, because that's when she lost me, right? Because they do things for transgender, they do things for gay people, they do things for immigrants, they do things for women. They only do things for specific groups. And she got up there and said, supposed to be part black. You think I'm gonna do something just for black people? No. And I'm looking right now on my screen is Joe Biden's first 100 executive orders, because we talking about getting shout outs and recognizing and acknowledging. Once again, we're getting side chicked. I don't want an acknowledgement. I want an executive order. You signed about 100 executive orders. You said that Clyburn got you in. You hadn't won one state in 30 years and 3 attempts at running for president till Clyburn turned the tide and helped all them black people get on your side. You said you owe your position to the African-American community. You made promises, and then you got in there and you signed it. I'm looking right now. It says economy. It says equity. It says labor. It says immigration. It says national security. It says healthcare. It don't say nothing about black people.
So wait a second.
I'm going in the room. Give me that side chick. You playing games. You keep talking to me, and I don't want to talk to you because you're doing me dirty. And the talking is just a further insult. I saw the movie The Mac. I know when I'm getting played and getting talked to be gamed up. I'm not your bottom chick, Joe Biden.
Professor, can I ask you this? Did he not sign something to stop the violence against Asians?
Right away. Asian people were being abused predominantly for about 3 to 5 weeks, and they got an executive order. We've been here for 400 plus years, getting murdered, raped, castrated, and bred like cattle. If you let somebody side chick you, that's one thing. I already know what he is doing while he's talking. You ever see that part though? While the guy, he said, but I'm saying though. No, I just don't know if we should be doing this because I'm saying though, your mom ain't gonna come home to. See, sometimes somebody will be doing something to you while they talking to you. He's talking to me and gaming me while that's like Jay-Z said, close the door, come on in. You still smashing the side chick and you want to talk. You're the ultimate creep.
But
signing orders talking about something. Yeah. It's out there.
But Professor Smith, Leah just commented and she was like clapping it up. I just said no for you. For what you're saying.
I'm about to say
no for you, because she was discussing also. I was saying this for the first 25 minutes of the show. I've been telling everybody, stop putting your loyalty into a party unless they fulfill their needs for what your agenda is.
Definitely.
I don't care if Republicans say, hey, we're going to stop this right now for minorities, black people especially. We're going to stop this right now. Okay, you got me on that. You can't get my vote until I find out, till it all goes through. But Democrats pull us in. They pull us in.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it's time to actually make something happen, they do this nonsense. Oh, I'm working on this. But then, like you said, Asians get 7. And listen, Asians, I think it's disgusting what's happening to you. I think it's disgusting. And I think he was absolutely right to sign that. And all he had to do was go, okay, now African Americans, I'm going to sign this. And we're going to do and I'm going to sign this. But he didn't at all. And he keeps acting like he wants this bill to get passed. You didn't need it to get passed. With Asians.
But that's part of it. That's part of gaming, when you act like, dang, I wish I could. Right? I wish I would marry you, but I just want to have a house first. Come on, man. There's so many women watching this right now that's like, they will find any excuse and any reason. And while they're doing what they're doing and getting what they want to get out the deal and repeatedly still coming to me for what they want, they give me all these games and excuses and justifications of why they can't do the one thing I've been asking them to do. All I want you to do is marry me. Yeah, I think we should go to Jamaica. I didn't ask for Jamaica, right? I'm gonna take you shopping. I want to be a wife, right? Yeah, I understand, and that's why Jamaica might be a good place to get married. So when we go down there, you can look at some spots that might be like, come on, man. And I got a daughter, so I gotta tell you, got daughters, Mike. You gotta be like, when they start doing this, you gotta see through all of that. Stay focused on what you said, what you asked for, who you are, and what you want, and don't let them play with you. And
you gotta go back
to people.
Yeah, you got to go back to the point. The point is, this is what we want right here.
Asians didn't predominantly get you elected the way you said out of your mouth the African Americans did. So what business do you ever have? What kind of gall, what kind of nerve do you have signing something for somebody else? There's the Immigration Act in 1965, Immigration Act in 1980s. That's when the majority of other people got here. And that's what people aren't clear about. A lot of people are not clear if they didn't watch that Will Smith Netflix documentary about, how the Constitution came to be and the fight for justice, right? Amend, right? They don't know that it was Frederick Douglass advocating for the Chinese before they even got here and dealt with the Exclusion Act. It was black people who were saying, don't be, the way that you are being racist white people. It wasn't until like 1970 that we saw real significant demographics of other populations. It was just black people. We were the ones that went through all of that so everybody else can have their Ellis Island experience and an immigration experience. So you don't do nothing for nobody. You ever heard of a man who was a deadbeat to a bunch of kids and then found some new young John and it then became #1 Huxtable dad? And the woman who had his first kids is like, I don't believe this dude want to be dead. Right? That's what it looks like. We sitting here. We the ones that were with you when you had nothing. We built you up. When you was in jail, we was visiting you. We made you who you are for you to go with that new chick. Now here you are, want to buy little miniature Lamborghinis and stuff, and now you want to be home at 8 o'clock at PM and all. No, you better at least send a check. Or at least acknowledge, man. Right now, we sitting here like, yo, we were the ones who helped you even get America to be something that other people wanted to come to. You think if it wasn't for enslavement that people would be flocking here? Let's be clear. You think if it wasn't for 260 years of free labor when cotton was king, you think that we would really be a world power? You wouldn't even have won your own civil war. If it wasn't for enslaved Africans turning the tide of the war, Britain would have took this joint back then. So how dare you, Joe Biden, in previous interviews say something like, I don't think I should pay for what my ancestors did. That's what Joe Biden has said. And Kamala said, I'm not doing nothing just for black people.
Hold on. Not Joe Biden. We call him Joey B. I call him Joey B here.
Well, I ain't going to say what the B stand for.
Yes. and this is the ploy, because we all wanted Donald Trump out. And the ploy gets used because they was the obvious opposer that we were like, we got to get him out of here. And we all stepped up. Well,
I stepped up yelling Bernie, but that's a whole nother rigged.
Whoa. I stepped up saying the same thing because God forbid health insurance should be free.
I was arguing every day.
God forbid college should be free.
And all these other nations are laughing at us. All these places like Norway and Sweden that have universal health care, and even Canada, they don't understand how, but this is the way it works. If you're in the toxic, abusive relationship, of course you're the last to see it, right? You think you think you getting love.
You promote it.
You got a black eye, but you got an Hermes bag, and you think, and everybody's like, that ain't love. Love don't look like that. And you're like, what's the best country in the world? And I could love 500,000 people a year are going bankrupt due to medical bills. Another 50,000 people die from being underinsured. Like every year, people are dying.
And Dr. Smith,
people are rich and have jobs, but then somebody gets sick in the family, and it's bankruptcy. That should never be a possibility.
And this is the greatest ploy that America does. This is the greatest thing. They con everybody, right? So they con the average middle class person who's getting paid this. And then they make the middle class person point at other people and say they shouldn't get that free. Not knowing the people that are telling them they shouldn't get, your coal people shouldn't get that free. The billionaires are the ones getting everything free. And then they make you feel guilty for getting a stimulus check. Do you know how embarrassing it is that a stimulus check that you gave out for $1,400 or $2,500 when there are people like me who've been working since I was 17 and now a pandemic happens and you got the audacity to sit there and go like, well, we don't know. We're not quite sure if we should give you, minimum wage. Bernie Sanders says make this minimum wage go up. I don't know if we should really give people.
Or even better, we don't have enough money. How are we going to do it? But then once they had a market disruption or a potential market disruption during the initial days of COVID, they found $3 trillion. Oh, they found it, right? Like somebody patting their pockets at the restaurant. I thought I had You didn't think that when you was eating. You could have patted your pockets when you was ordering that third round, right?
Shawnee Scott, put that comment. I'm sorry, Aaron. Put that comment back up because I want to shout out. Man, every day I feel like an abused girlfriend in this country.
That's the relationship. Somebody will do you dirty and talk to you nice at the same time. I love you, right? Bang. No, I can't tell. But yeah, during COVID, they found the trillions. It's only like $6 trillion to relieve all student debt, just for one example. They found $3 trillion for, like you said, a few billionaires and companies. They found it all of a sudden. The same people say, how are we going to pay for that? Bernie's so crazy. That's not possible. When it's you, it's not possible. But when it's them, I find it.
And I say this all the time. I've said this phrase for like 15 years. A genius is somebody who's mastered common sense. And a great liar is somebody who makes you doubt your common sense.
Yeah,
because once you lose your common sense, you have nothing to lean on except the liar's word.
Think about how long they take to get their money. Y'all talked about jail before, right? When do they want their bail? Do they want to wait? Right? Do they want a check or credit? Right? Think about if I owe money to a university and I try to go register and I owe $5 extra. You think they're gonna give me some classes because I'm a nice guy? And they'd be like, bro, they treat me like a crackhead. I don't even want no change. I want it this way and I want it right now. So the same government that does not work to make money, remember this, because people think the government made the money. The money is just either money that's printed up from the Federal Reserve or money from tax dollars. The only way they guarantee their loans from the Fed is through us. They say, I'm going to borrow this money and my man, who's going to pay for it. Like Eddie Murphy said, who's going to pay for it, right? So that's what they do. Every day they borrow money and then they say, they got you. They're going to go to work and pay for it. So when the people that go to work and pay for it say, yo, can I get some of that money that I'm earning for you? Because you're just sitting up here talking every day. I see there's no factories up here on Capitol Hill. I see y'all, there's no commerce going on. It's just y'all talking. So basically y'all talking about the work we doing. So can we hold some of that since it's an emergency? And then you start patting your pockets like that creep at the restaurant who just ordered a third round. And it's like, wait, I know you got the money. It's like somebody shopping that owed you money. You catch them at the mall, flashing on the gram. It's like, bruh, I see the money. I know it's mine. It's Mark Bill.
We know it's there because when the mortgage crisis came and the banks got caught being scammers,
too big to fail.
And the banks got caught being scammers and lying to people on adjustable mortgages, y'all went like, what you did was wrong. But guess what? We got you.
Mike, Obama was in then, Mike. You watch out, Mike. We're getting in dangerous territory now because that
wait.
That truth you're telling was on Obama's watch because we thought people were going to go to jail. When they let them emails out that were laughing about people losing their houses and grandmothers being sent out in the street and them sending these adjustable rate mortgages they knew was going to break up people, that they had emails of the people laughing about it. They knew that it was by design. And they said Obama is going to change things because we got hope and we're going to make change and we're going to finally lock these billionaires up and we're going to finally have government for the people. And then Obama went and bought a $14 million house and got a book deal and a Netflix deal, and then nobody got locked up. And then
easy. We can't talk about Barack. Easy. What are we doing?
Why? Why can't we? Why can't we?
Is the truth?
Hold on. You want to hear? You want to hear one better? Barack knew about Russia being involved in rigging elections. He knew about it, and he did not because this is what everybody doesn't want to admit. This one point. Trump outsmarted Obama because Trump said the election is rigged. The election is rigged from the door. Then President Barack Obama, who I would vote for again. We talk about the lesser two evils, I would vote for again.
Me too.
Trump was like, it's rigged, it's rigged. President Barack Obama knew the information about Russia trying to rig the election. He wouldn't say nothing because he thought if he said something, then it would prove Donald Trump right. But the cockiness was Hillary's going to win this election, so we don't have to say anything. So we're going to have Beyonce and Jay-Z on stages, and we're going to go around, and Michelle's going to go, when they go low, we go high.
And Roland Martin doing the wobble with Hillary,
And doing all that. When they go low, we go high, and we lost. A genius is somebody who has mastered common sense. A great liar is somebody who makes you doubt your common sense because you have nothing to rely on except their lies. Listen, people, I'm not telling you. Once again, I said I would vote for Obama again.
History's going to judge him differently. I compare him to Drake because people in the moment think Drake is everything. But if you just saw DMX's funeral, and the connection people had to that man and his art, if you really think people are going to act like that when Drake dies, wait and see. There's a difference between having a lasting impact and being hot in the moment. I can name you a bunch of people hot in the moment, no pun intended. Nelly hot in here, like Ja Rule, hot, MC Hammer. I can name you a bunch of people that were hot. But if you want to tell me who's going to last, tell me who's being persecuted, crucified, and underrated. That's the one 20, 30 years from now. They're going to be like, yo, I heard this joint called Illmatic. When it came out, I heard this joint called Reasonable Doubt. He gave you prophecy on the first joint. Y'all all lamed out. Like in the moment, right now, Obama. Right now, Drake. But these people who have student debt that been in the house for the last year and a half, who are now just becoming politically aware, they looking like, what was all that stuff y'all was talking about? All that hype, all them posters, all that music, all that hope and change. The boy had 8 years.
All those more people, all black people dying, all that, the people who killed Michael Gardner, we're not going to rest. Eric Gardner, Michael Brown, Eric Gardner, we're not going to rest. And guess what? When the verdict came out, nobody came out. And let me tell you something. I do not like Donald Trump at all. But I bet you Donald Trump, if he had he was invested in something, and he found out one of his people got killed in New York and got choked out on broad daylight,
oh yeah,
he would have been like, we're pressing you now.
Yeah,
You're going to convict him.
Joe Biden signed an executive order in less than 8 months. Obama had 8 years. What law, initiative, or legislation did black people get in 8 years? Don't try to answer. You're going to be waiting all day. You had 8 years to do. You had the Lilly Ledbetter Act for women and equal pay. You had a gay rights initiative for marriage equality. Like, you gave specific groups laws, legislation. You gave us a Boys and Girls Club program, My Brother's Keeper, a community center initiative. You gave us a national community center. What?
Okay.
What?
Dr. Aaron. Okay. It's Friday.
I'm waiting on Peedi to jump in.
No. We got
Peedi.
Peedi. We're gonna bring Peedi in. I don't know if you're right about Drake.
Oh.
It's Friday.
I mean, I'm not in that generation, so it's up for that generation to decide. But bigger artists have disappeared.
No,
that's right. You're right.
Let me give you one example, Mike. I'll give you. This is my one argument. If you don't believe that, think about how the world considers Michael Jackson today.
Well, how do they consider him?
Not too positive. You ask the young people because they're getting all this misinformation and these stupid documentaries from Oprah Winfrey, and his music's not good.
Not my kids. I'm saying
because
the whole.
But by and large,
I don't know.
Michael Jackson is 10 times bigger than Drake, and I don't think that this new generation of mumble rap lovers and all this have anywhere near the idea of even what Michael Jackson continues to mean to music.
Oh, I think you have. You know what? I think we agree on both sides. I think there are a portion of people who are like that, but I see a lot of others who understand what Michael Jackson meant. But I will say this about Drake. Now, you know I'm hip hop, so I will never. I'm sorry. No matter how many hit records you have, which he has a lot.
Oh yeah.
I can't put you when it comes to the top 5.
Oh yeah, no, definitely not. Yeah, no.
I'm not. I can't put Drake. And this is a fun Friday. Hold up, let me beatbox. Fun Friday. We got off the politics. Okay. Now the other thing I will say about Drake, if I really go into the hip hop history, and I really start saying who wrote what, a lot of people would be shocked about who wrote what.
I can see that ghostwriter argument. There's nothing. Okay, so what songs do you think embody the moment? Like when people play Tupac Changes, they say, "Oh, I know what year that was." When people play Marvin Gaye, "What's Going On?" Like what song do you think they're gonna play in 10 years?
Started from the bottom. Now I'm here.
I'm saying to describe this Black Lives Matter era.
No. Wait. Whoa.
There's Obama. There's things happening in the world that like kind of encompass this generation.
No, I understand that, but Wu-Tang is one of my favorite groups. But they were specifically speaking on that struggle in the streets.
I feel you.
And some artists, we can't make every artist responsible.
No, not
for
at all.
making music. But Drake has made music. He was one of the few artists that has made music, and this is not social like commentary. He's made music that in my car, me and my mom are singing, and that is important.
No, that's where the popularity comes in. That's why Nelly is still touring. Yes. I'm not taking popularity away. I'm saying there's a different lane. The reason why DMX is in that lane is because of what he rejected and refused to do. That's why he's so endearing right now, even after transitioning. Because he said, like that industry poll he did for Def Jam, he said, "I'm gonna travel the road less traveled," but in the long, he's playing a long game. Once you say, "I'm not gonna go for the bling and everything," like it's a different trajectory. The reason why Biggie and Tupac were so close back then, but right now it seems like Pac is kind of, it seems like people on a track when you look like you're in the same lane, but when you come around the corner, you say, "Oh, I'm actually in lane 1 and they're in lane 8, so I'm actually way ahead of them." But it looks in the moment, Biggie Tupac, Biggie Tupac, Biggie Tupac. But back in the day, it was Ja Rule DMX, Ja Rule DMX. Y'all remember that? Because Ja Rule was selling so much, and you could sing Ja Rule with your mom in the car. But as time went by, like, this dude ain't saying, like, he moving on with units. He getting all that. I got that. Ja Rule was popular, but DMX, Biggie, mad popular, mad talented, but
we're not gonna get in this because you have a bias towards Tupac, and we're not gonna get into this.
I definitely do.
You have a bias towards Tupac, and I love Tupac. I love Tupac. I do.
Well, I love my bias led me to teach a Tupac class.
Yes.
I don't know nobody teaching no Biggie class.
No, because
they can go ahead and do it if they want.
No, you could teach a Biggie class.
You could. I mean, it's possible.
Because at the same time, I can tell you Biggie made a song about suicide.
Yeah,
which a lot of people.
I'm not saying you can't. I'm saying who's picking up the mantle and carrying the torch and telling the story.
But my thing is, you took the mantle, and I respect you for that. That doesn't mean the mantle couldn't be taken.
It could be
done that because actually, in that suicide song, it may be one of the most, to me, as dark as that song is. It is my favorite Biggie song ever.
I'm not negating his art. I'm talking about lasting power, which is two very different things.
Well, what do you mean lasting power? How can you last any longer? How can you last? Wait.
Biggie had a better movie. Biggie had a better life movie. I'm saying I got all of that.
He had a better Netflix. He had a better everything.
But over time, even
still here.
Even if you look at record sales.
Yes.
Tupac sold like 75 million after death.
And he made 85 albums.
No, but and that's
Biggie
part
made.
Wait. No, that's part of lasting power.
Hold up, Fearless. Dr. Smith. This is part of lasting power.
I'm Fearless.
Hold up. I make two albums. You make 35 albums. And I'm still being talked about on the same level as you.
Not same level, no, I wouldn't say so.
Oh, yes, indeed.
I mean, I don't know.
Yes, indeed.
Per
indeed.
song, no, Biggie far more effective per project, for the amount. I give him all that. I'm just saying, if you want to look at the current group of artists, I'm going to give you an example. For me, I would say one of those underrated artists who's had that story that people attach to, that's been persecuted and counted out, Meek Mill. So if somebody wanted me to bet like a seed investment, who do you think is going to be bigger than they are now, that the world can't really see their impact, but later on they're going to look back and be like, wow, that boy was doing. I would say Meek Mill. So if this was like a stock option and people said, oh, Bitcoin is big. What's the next Bitcoin? Like, what's the one that we're not seeing right now? I would say Meek Mill is the one they're sleeping on. Oh, yes, everybody gets what Drake is doing. Nobody's denying it. Everybody sees it. But usually over time, if you're at the top, there's very few places to go. But if you're in the middle and you have some growth potential, over time, you see growth. It's just,
okay.
I'm not knocking them.
And I love your loyalty. And I love Meek Mill. I love your loyalty and your passion.
Is there a song like the intro that you could play from Drake 10 years from now?
And then after that, what is there?
No, I'm saying, but that's going to keep him there.
No. I want to know after that.
I think Gilly Kid said it best. He said Meek Mill is born from the streets and a cult following. That's why when everybody said he was taking L's, it didn't affect him whatsoever. Oh. When they don't make you, they can't break you. Now, if the industry props you up and puts you on Saturday Night Live, and then once the light is moved away from you,
but you can't hold that against Drake when
I'm
Meek.
not
Hold on. I'm just saying Meek did the same thing. He just didn't have the same effect. He went for the same thing that Drake was going for.
No, I wouldn't say that.
Oh, when he was with Nicki? Oh, yes, he did.
He went more pop, but it wasn't slide type. It wasn't.
Yes, because he wasn't built to make it happen. And I love Meek.
But even his interviews, I think it's a different message. It's a different messaging in interviews. I think he's talking to the trenches. I don't think Drake is talking to the trenches. I think it's different.
He's talking to the trenches and still going on Instagram showing off jewelry.
The contradictions are there, and they're just like Tupac has those same contradictions. But the reason why people say, "Yo, I feel like he was speaking to us," and I feel like he was. Okay, put it this way: in terms of being genuine, to bring it full circle, when Jay Black said, "I gotta be politically correct," when we don't really hear Drake mentioning these murders or Black Lives Matter or anything, I'm not saying you got to be Chuck D. But when you make all this money off of the black people, black culture, and then you say the only time you say N-words when your friend said it might get us in trouble, right? That's not the way we're having this conversation. Okay. When people look back in 20 years and talk about Eric Garner and Tamir Rice and Mike Brown and Breonna Taylor, they're gonna be like, "What did you say, Kiki?" Do you love me? Are you like I don't. If I'm making a movie about it 20 years from now, that's not.
They're not gonna be. Okay, I hate to be real with you, and I'll be 100. I love Meek. 20 years from now, they'll be talking about Drake. Bottom line,
they'll be talking about Drake in terms of popularity. In terms of popularity, yeah.
No. It'd be the versatility of being able to be the hottest R&B singer in the world and the hottest rapper. Now, but my thing is, you can't downplay what Drake has done.
No, I'm not. He's breaking records. He's changing the game for everybody. He's pushing the culture in a way that no singular artist probably has in decades. That's all well and good. But I tried to tell my class they didn't know MC Hammer was big. And I was like, no, he had cereal. He had a Saturday cartoon. He had action figures. Like they were comparing him to Michael Jackson in a multi-million-dollar video where James Brown was giving him the crown. Like they were like, what? I'm like, yes, he did all this.
So can you admit that Drake's longevity?
But where's MC Hammer now?
And where has Drake never? Wait. Look at MC Hammer's span and look at Drake's span. He's not going anywhere.
It is a new day.
No,
I give you that.
He was there in the old day, the middle day, and he's gonna be there. He's gonna be there for literally over a decade.
I agree with over a decade. I'll give you over a decade. That's why I said 20. But one thing I will say.
Whoa. You said 20?
Yeah.
Wait. Really? You said 20.
It's gonna be what lane you occupy. You could be in the top. I'm saying he's gonna, in 20 years, he's going to be in a top selling lane. He's not going to be in my favorite artist pushing the culture, the one I want to be.
And
because the young people don't want what we have.
And you think Milk? You think Meek is going to be? You think Milk? I keep calling him Milk. You think Meek is going to be that? Meek ain't the hottest artist right now.
If you asked me 20 years ago about Jay-Z, I'd feel the same way.
No.
And people would argue Jay-Z's not the biggest selling artist right now. Eminem is. Nelly is. You think Jay-Z? I'm like, yeah, because he's talking to the streets.
But that's what I'm talking about.
I see the integrity.
Jay-Z, yes, the moves that Jay-Z and that Drake are making are similar to each other. Meek ain't even in that box at all.
Drake has a similar level of money, but it's not the same type of move. That's why Jay-Z went in on Drake talking about being a boss and not taking the title deal and doing the Apple thing in that verse where he was literally going at Drake the whole time. I've never seen a worker with so many jewels. Like he's saying, yo, boss up, man up. Like, yo, you're not making moves like me because I'm making moves for independence. I'm making moves for the people. You make moves for the money. So nice house, but it's going to be different the way they judge you.
That's even better that you said that. Drake's still here after that. If Jay-Z did that to Meek, it's over.
Well, no, back to back. No. That's the whole point.
If Jay-Z took shots like that,
because Jay-Z has the stamp of the trenches. Yes, the trenches can remove the trenches.
But if he's that
popping R&B can't remove the trenches.
No, but listen, what I'm saying is that Jay-Z can do that, and it did not destroy Drake. That's how built he really is.
Well,
y'all really gotta stop. Y'all get mad. Y'all get mad. Nobody, and I mean nobody, has been able to take down Drake. Nobody.
Only Drake could take down Drake. But many artists,
because he got a whole country on his back, and we don't respect it. But we don't respect it because we're not from Canada.
But this is the real problem. Meek Mill, I think it was Funkmaster.
T.I. tried it. T.I. tried to get at him.
Funkmaster Flex. I'm talking about his critics. If you look back at Drake's biggest critics, they were his biggest fans. The people who were most hurt about the ghostwriting, it was Funkmaster Flex who said he has a chance to be the best rapper ever, but nobody else was saying that. It was Meek Mill who was bigging up and wanted to do all these songs with Drake. It was me who was in my classroom remixing Drake's songs. Okay. I'm not saying he won't be a top seller.
He will be here. He will be here forever. You will have.
You can play hard here right now too, and it'll turn the place out. I'm not negating that.
No. I'm saying on what he accomplished. Listen, all the ghostwriting thing. You want to keep it 100? One of the greatest songs Snoop ever did. He never wrote one word.
I'm not knocking that, but it puts you in a different space.
Dog, I'm just telling you.
I'm saying like that Mount Rushmore you talked about. Like you said, he can't be part of that.
As an artist, he will be part of it. As a lyricist, he can't be part of it. As an artist, y'all listen, people. Y'all get mad all y'all want. We've never seen an artist like Drake ever in hip hop.
But the Mount Rushmore has people like Rakim who hardly sold any records. Like, no, Mount Rushmore has nothing to do with record sales.
I'm not saying record sales. I'm saying lyrics. Rakim is a god. A god. He's a hip hop god. But there's an upper echelon of artists. Like, I promise you, Marvin Gaye was looking at Michael Jackson like, but there's nothing he could do about it.
Mike had both.
No, Mike didn't write Quincy Jones.
No, I'm saying even if you look at the catalog though, like when he's saying they don't really care about us, even Tupac is sampling Mike. Like, there's something. Mike was talking to the trenches now and then, like.
All right, well, we gotta wrap it up. We gotta wrap.
No, these are just predictions. But the time it's up to the youth.
We got Peedi.
No, you got a couple more minutes. Actually, Peedi said he's shooting something right now. Give him another 10 minutes. He just texted me, need another 10 minutes. But for those who don't know,
Crackk back in the day.
Yeah, State Properties, Peedi Crackk. So for those who don't know, Dr. Aaron Smith, he's 3 master degrees, a PhD, and he's a professor at Temple University, and he teaches a class on hip hop and Tupac. So that's why he's so passionate about Tupac. And I'm guessing they get full credits for that in your class. I'm assuming.
Go ahead.
No, and what exactly? I guess what are you when it comes to Tupac? You're just teaching the evolution of hip hop with Tupac, or like what exactly are you teaching?
We talk about the historical context. A lot of focus on the Black Panther Party for self-defense. Afeni Shakur, his mother, and Dear Mama was pregnant with Tupac when she was going through the trial, and COINTELPRO with J. Edgar Hoover, and how the FBI tried to infiltrate groups like the Black Panther Party for self-defense and tried to allege they were going to commit terroristic acts. Afeni Shakur actually became her own counsel. She decided to be her own lawyer, didn't only get herself free, but got the other members of the Panther 21 free. So the fact that we're even making movies and there's no movie about stuff like this, the context he was born into, so people can understand that when Tupac's mom was trying to go get a job after revolutionary activity, the FBI would follow their family and make sure that she didn't have any other means to sustain herself. So when you see the anger and the frustration, and like he said, the lack of having a father, you can hear these things in his music. These are issues that we deal with, from the sexual assault, the allegations to, the situation with police brutality and harassment, how it relates to the cases and, the police terror that's going on in the community now. And also that overarching story of hip hop in terms of things like we debate. We have I'm talking to the young people. So, if me and Mike are going at it, you can imagine how these 19-year-olds are going at me when I try to give a critical opinion of Obama and Drake in the same class. Oh my gosh, I might have to put an extra hour on it, because I realized, think about it like this. Last week when we talked, we were talking about how the girl shouldn't have been killed, but there's a death culture and people shouldn't act like that. Remember how we were giving that balanced perspective?
Mm-hmm.
You can't do that with certain issues. I'm not allowed to really do that with Obama. I can't say good and bad. And I'll give you an example to make it applicable in terms of politics and white supremacy. Y'all remember after 9/11, wasn't nobody allowed to critique? You notice that? Nobody could say, well, you've been an imperialist nation, bombing everybody, putting sanctions out, stealing natural resources. Nobody could say the truth to them, because we know how to act when bullies are around. That's why when a police officer is killed, you see a lot less blogging and a lot less podcasting, because we all know that the way that they're able to critique and say, well, the community, and he had a record, right? They could talk about Mike Brown while his body is still on the ground. But we know the truth, right? Back to the full circle side chick moment. We know that some people, you can't tell them the truth to their face in the moment. And we know what the topics are. Top of the list, Barack Obama. Number 2 might be Drake. Number 3, military. Number 4, police. Like, there's certain people you can't even give a fully legitimate factual.
All right, take Drake out there. Wait. Take Drake out, because Pusha T ran in on Drake and everybody clapped it up. So take Drake out there, but I get you. I get on everything else. But
in my rap, I said he ain't wanted with Kendrick, scared of Mook and Jay. All them people was like, let's battle. But then Meek comes, he's like, oh, I got 3 songs for you. Jay-Z went at him. Where's the battle rap there? Where's the back-to-back?
Well, wait a second.
Like, let's go right now. He was like, ha.
Wait a second.
Kendrick said.
I know what Kendrick said. I know Jay-Z's doing songs with somebody who murked them. I know Jay-Z's doing songs with Nas with somebody who destroyed him.
He made his responses.
No, his response was whack.
But I didn't say he was good, but he made his responses.
Okay, so
where's his responses?
Because in life, you can't fight everybody, because you'll spend your life fighting everybody.
I agree with you.
In hip hop, what you do is you fight those who you want to fight, and you make a bunch of hit records, and you keep making hit records, and you not just hit records. Ja Rule hit records ain't Drake hit records.
You're right. I'm gonna ask you a question though, because I know you. What would KRS do? Because I know you're one of the biggest KRS-One fans out there.
Yeah.
And you know KRS would not approve of that answer about keeping making your records and don't acknowledge the beef and go make your money. KRS, on, Mike. I know you know both of these sides of this game.
I will tell you, KRS is my favorite rapper of all time, but let's not get it effed up. KRS was never on Drake's level.
I got you, but what would KRS say
about
KRS?
And guess what? Every time you keep battling everybody, it turns redundant. And that's what happened to KRS. You want to battle everybody. I love the fact that for those listeners watching and listening, he battled a guy named MC Poet. That benefited him nothing. It benefited him nothing. Drake was the guy that everybody picked on. T.I. picked on. These guys picked on him. And then this cat wound up running stuff. And T.I.'s catalog can't F with Drake's catalog.
At all.
And none of y'all cats. There isn't. Is Drake a better rapper than Kendrick Lamar? Hell no. Kendrick Lamar is elite. He's elite. But my thing is like, God, how much does this guy have to put? Right now, Drake's rap career should be over by hip-hop numbers. You should be going this long.
Yeah, but numbers.
No, not numbers. I'm saying numbers in years.
No, both. Yes. I remember Jay-Z was bragging about 6 summers. I remember that. Jay-Z said that that was an amazing thing in hip-hop when he was like, I've been here for 6 summers, right? So I understand what you're saying. I'm saying that lane, that value that we're placing, how does that operate over time? How do streams, how do sales, how much money you made look, and the only thing we have is history. Let's look back at the artists who were selling the most. Let's look back at the artists who are making the most money, and then we can look at what they're doing now and how they're looked at now. And that's the only gauge I'm using. Drake might be the one that round the corner, change the game, and be the first popular artist to push the envelope to have a different level of longevity. That could happen. Drake is unique enough to do that. It might be the case. But I'm saying if we look back in history and we say who was the most popular and who's still popular, most times it's a different person.
But that's what I'm saying. That's not what happened with Drake.
Could be. I'm saying time will tell.
No. It's already happened.
This is the thing.
Wait. It's already happened.
But I talk to kids in high school.
I get it, but what I'm saying is
within 3 years, Mike, all the students have a completely different list of top 5.
I get it.
I can tell you where I'm at by who's in the top 5. If you say Drake and you don't say, I'm gonna tell you, if you don't say Future, if you don't say NBA YoungBoy, if you don't say Dirk, I know you're not in the high school. I know you didn't ask in high school. But I'm saying, but I realize that part of why they reject things isn't even because of the quality; it's because of whether we like it or not. So since we're old, if we say we like, if I say Big Daddy Kane, Rakim is that will automatically, by default, it's reflexive. They'll say, well, that's not my generation. They don't even knock how good they are. They'll say like you, Big Daddy Kane's actually a better rapper than half the people I like. But these are my people. This is my moment. And when kids get older, they want their own voice. That's why they push Dirk in the NBA. So I'm saying it has nothing to do about Drake's ability. Drake might get better, but the new young people are going to want something that's their own, and they're not going to want what we had.
But this is why you're proving my point on how amazing Drake is. Because even though 16 and 17 and 18-year-olds will not put him in his top 5, when he comes out,
he does the numbers. I'm not.
Whoa. But that ain't even 30-year-olds. That ain't 30, 40-year-olds.
You're right. They're not. It's the kids that are streaming.
And that's what I'm saying. This dude is in a Hall of Fame. What he's doing is uncharted waters. What he's doing right now in hip hop.
I can see that he might be the one to change what's been happening the whole time, but I have to be a student of history and say, if I look at history, the most popular guy, it's like the pretty girl in high school who ends up getting fat and having 2 babies, and the one who was the nerd ends up being beautiful. Come on, Mike, you know what I'm saying though.
No, what he is Holly Berry. No, it's not. It's not. No, it's not. Because let me tell you who Drake is right now. Let me tell you who Drake is right now. Right now. You want the answer? Who Drake is?
Go ahead.
Who's Drake?
Holly Berry. She never stopped being bad.
No, they both can be true. My analogy can be applicable.
Everybody quiet down and hold hands. Because what I'm telling you right now is what Drake is doing. When somebody does something historic, that has never been done before. Stop trying to compare him to this, to that. Nobody has done this. The next album he drops, I promise you. Think about this for a second. When he came out, he was part of Cash Money when he came out. That was like 2007.
When Bedrock and all that was out. Little twist in them.
That's 2007. Listen to what I'm telling you. Listen to what I'm telling you. It is 2021.
No, facts.
There's
not
not, like,
be the one to change it, but we still have to acknowledge what it's always been and what.
No, but it's not about money. It's not about the stream. It's about every aspect of it. He did everything.
Well, since you said that, I'm gonna tell you what he needs to do.
You're gonna tell him what?
I'm gonna tell you what the other artists have been able to do that have been able to have them sustain even when their music isn't selling. Hollywood, and he's an actor, so he has a chance.
Hollywood is easy for him.
I'm not saying he can't, Mike. I'm saying it would require a move like that. It will require him to do the poetic justice juice move, and then it's like, okay, even if he doesn't sell any more records, solidified Jersey in the Rafters in more than one category.
But think about that. He don't even have to do that yet.
He doesn't have to do it yet. But I'm saying we're talking years. He needs to be a movie star. And that would do everything you said that you think is going to happen. I think if he was a movie star also, and when he wasn't selling records for a few years, it wouldn't matter because that's what a lot of people in the movies, whether it's
but you do know you have to get to the point where you're not selling records.
Well, he should do it both at the same time. That's why.
But wait a second. Wait, my dude.
And DMX, same thing. When DMX was 2 #1 albums and making all those Romeo Must Die, like that's I think now would be the time. If he wanted to do that, now would be the time to put out that classic movie that we all loved, like Ice Cube and like now would be the time. Now, if he doesn't do that and he keeps with the lover boy thing, eventually we all get older. I don't want to see a 40-year-old lover boy. So he can do this for now, but he's gonna have everybody does. If you hustling, you gotta find a way to flip it into something else and parlay it.
You say he can do this for now. He's done it for over a decade.
And that's why you look around and start telling people.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Why is he to make a movie? Why aren't you telling Jay-Z to make a movie?
But Jay-Z talked to the trenches from day one. Jay-Z took the long route. When Jay-Z could have made more things to keep the cash register ringing, he took off that pastel suit and didn't use the sunshine and all that and the bright colors when everybody else was doing the fish-eyed lens like Busta Rhymes and Missy. He had that one video and said, this ain't for me. And then he went to where I'm from and back to the streets. He did an all or nothing bet and said, I'd rather lose being me and last instead of chasing these trends. It's in his DNA. Look at his music. He made a choice.
Dog, he
balanced it. He balanced it.
But Drake ain't got to make movies. See, y'all so mad about this. I love Jay-Z. This is the animosity that hip-hop cats have with Drake. Everything y'all say he can't do, he's done over and above.
I don't think he's
Has
he made a classic album? Because that's a major debate in hip-hop right now, whether he has a bona fide classic. Let me name some classics for the listeners. Ready to Die.
Yeah, Biggie.
The Chronic.
First of all, don't even say Biggie.
Does Drake
Biggie got 2 classic albums. Don't even talk. You shouldn't be allowed to talk about Biggie.
It was written Illmatic. Does Drake have a classic album?
If I just go into the scope of my hold up.
It's a major debate. It's not just us.
No. It ain't a major debate.
Which one is the classic, Mike?
Because I will tell you. How about I start naming off Jay-Z albums that weren't classic.
But
since y'all all gangster.
Reasonable Doubt was.
Yes. Yeah.
A lot of people say Blueprint was.
Blueprint too, yeah.
Reasonable Doubt. Hold up.
I'm even a Black Album. I'll let Cam tell me because I'm not a DJ.
Reasonable Doubt wasn't, I think it's a classic album. It wasn't even a classic album when it was released.
That's my point. You're making my point now. How it's time release artistry. Over time, it starts to take its impact. But no, which album of Drake's do you think matches up with Ready to Die, The Chronic, Reasonable Doubt, Illmatic, It Was Written? Like, which one, like front to back? Song.
That's funny. You ain't even named a Tupac song.
I don't think Tupac has a classic album.
So why I got to bring up a Drake classic album?
Because people always say, why is Tupac the most influential artist in the history of hip hop? Even
I just want to know why do I
listen? You know, he's not the best rapper, isn't the best lyricist, and doesn't have a classic album, arguably. And that's what the class all about.
No,
why are we talking about this guy when the other guy sold more? When the other guy was a miracle.
Nothing was.
And part of it is that Hollywood component.
No, the problem. This is the debate.
Lived what he rapped.
No, this is what happens. This is what happens when you realize somebody is that big. We start veering off into all this. Does he have a classic album? He obviously does have classic.
We talked about his impact. We didn't negate his numbers. We said he's done things that nobody's done before. I'm conceding all that. I'm giving Drake.
Views was a classic album. Take Care was a classic album.
Views they said Views was like a mixtape. Remember that when all the other people were
yes. It don't matter. Like it's hip hop, right? I
would agree with the listener who's saying Take Care. Most of my students, they argue Take Care or Nothing Was the Same. Those are two I hear.
Yes.
Those are two. But when we go song for song, those things fall apart.
Oh, you don't even want the problem song for song because then you really got a problem.
No. When we do like Illmatic next to Take Care and like it gets bad.
No, I'm saying you're okay. If I'm going to sit up here and I'm going to put Michael Jordan and be like, okay, go against this one album. But now go against, let's go against all the singles after Illmatic. I love Nas.
No, I know, but I'm saying classic album. Because to me, these are things in hip hop that have always been like staples and mainstays for people to have certain positions. You got to have a classic. It's like a rule to get in. It's like, you can't have sneakers on to come in here. It's like, you got to have a classic.
You have a bias. You have a bias. There's a problem that you have with Drake because God's Plan is one of the most.
I'm gonna tell you what he side chicked me. I'm gonna tell you right now. Same way you had a confession that last break. My confession is that I was a fan. I was with Funkmaster Flex and Meek Mill. We were saying this guy is one of the best. His lyrics crazy. He's writing. Then we found out we heard those darn reference tracks, and it broke our heart, Mike.
So why did it not break your heart with Snoop?
It wasn't the same.
Why did it not break your heart with Snoop Dogg?
I was never saying Snoop's the best lyricist ever and all that. I said Snoop is cool. That's what we liked about Snoop. Snoop said 1, 2, 3 until the 4, and it was one of the best bars ever. He counted to 4, Mike. We love him for a different reason. There was a Sprite commercial. There was a Sprite ad.
Here goes the excuses.
Biggie, Nas, and Drake.
Here goes the excuses.
That's the Mount Rushmore they had him on.
Here goes the excuses.
They were finessing us.
Hold on. We love Snoop Dogg for a different reason. Here goes this is what I'm talking about.
I told you Tupac doesn't have a classic, Mike.
This is what I'm talking about. This is what I mean by y'all.
I love Tupac because he shot the cops and his mom's a Panther and he lived his raps and he was larger than life and he made tattoos and all these things cool. Like these are the reasons because he spoke politics when it wasn't popular and he wasn't afraid to name out gangsters in the street. Nobody talks about people in the street. He was naming names. Talking about we gonna come get you to Jimmy Henchman and Tut and all. That's why we love him. Not because he was like the lyrical miracle backpack rap. No, we love Snoop for what Snoop brought. 1, 2.
Let's bring Peedi in on this. I'll be curious to get Peedi's comments. Peedi's in the waiting room, Mike. He's here.
All right, bring Peedi in.
We got expert now. We got lyricists.
Yeah.
One of the most original flows in the history of hip hop. Bar
you good?
Peedi.
No, Fearless is biased.
What up?
Peedi, what up?
What up? Y'all can see me?
Yeah, we can see you. Peedi chilling for real. Where you at? Where you at, Peedi?
I'm at LA.
Man, you living a better life than me right now. God damn.
What's good?
He said like it's good.
What's good, Peedi? What's popping with you?
Mike, man, I miss you, man. You know I love you, man.
Man, you know the love is mutual, dog. Like I always said, and I've said this working in Texas. I've said this working in New York. I said this working in Philly. I said the person that I still get heated about that is not, you've lived a good life, you're still doing your thing. The person that was supposed to be a mother effing star.
I'm a star, man.
No, I know you are. I know you are. But my thing is, you were supposed to be right now. You were supposed to be.
Mike, it don't go that way. I'm supposed to be exactly where God.
You're right. No, you're right. You're right. No, you're right.
Everybody got a different journey.
I just be getting mad. I be getting mad, Peedi. I be getting mad.
I know you say that out of love. I know you say that out of love, but let me let you know something. Yo, I did so much more than I ever even dreamed I would do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I surpassed my goals that I had set when I was a kid, when I wanted to get into this game. And the love and appreciation, I feel it every day. So I don't feel no way. I felt like we did something great, man.
No, you did. No, absolutely. So don't take it. No, what y'all did was absolutely historical. Because I try and tell people when y'all were the Rock and state property, I try and explain to people what Philly was. No city has ever been taken over by a group and represented throughout the country the way y'all represented Philadelphia.
No doubt.
Like the proudness that we had, that every song that you were on turned into an anthem. Like every time you were on something and you played your verse, you had to drop the music when your verse came on, you had to drop the music so the crowd, and this wasn't just in Philly, this was all over the country.
Hey, Mike, that's what I'm saying, man. It's a blessing, man. A true blessing. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
How you been, man?
I'm good, just underrated. I'm mad.
You can't be mad, man, because you love, bro. You love. You know what I'm saying?
And I follow your Instagram, and every time I see you doing stuff, yo, you got some fire right now.
Thank you, man.
You got some. God.
I'm cooking. Yo, I've been cooking, man. I still feel like doing it. I still like the rap. You know what I mean?
Before we let the professor go, was there anything you wanted to say to Peedi? Is that debate? I guess you wanted to ask. Was it Drake? Was it the longevity?
Oh, yeah, I mean, Mike will definitely follow up. You know, I'm gonna be tuned in because Peedi got the lyrical thing on lock in a way where I'm definitely gonna respect his perspective and opinion. My thing is, I'm really glad to see Peedi look like he on his younger Joe, like he look extra healthy out here, and I'm always happy when I see the artist, looking healthy and being happy and having that kind of energy. So just so when Mike first had me selling Big Macs with Peedi Crackk on Broad and Diamond, and the chick was like, she ain't gonna let us have all the Big Macs, and Mike was like, yo, if you don't give him them Big Macs, I'm about to put you on blast on the radio. Shouts out to Peedi, to the prop, and I'm just gonna be tuned in. I'm gonna be locked in, and I'm just happy to see Peedi doing his thing in LA, making moves like he's supposed to. He's one of the few artists, like you said, Mike, that everybody you talk to always says, yo, good dude, great energy. I love Peedi Crackk. Whether it's Nori, whether it's Dipset, everybody says the same thing about Peedi. Nothing to do with record sales, Mike. It's about the. I'm joking. Much love to Peedi and all y'all. Till next time.
All right.
Hey, Peedi, you said one of them. You said one of the most amazing stories I've ever heard that nobody knew about. And I thought it was the most honest story.
No, I'm saying, Peedi, can you turn your phone sideways?
All right, like this.
Yeah, that way we can see you clearly. Yeah.
All right, yeah, that makes sense. All right, bet.
So you said the story. I forget who you were talking to, and you were like, Cameron did a verse on a song for you, and you were like, "Yo, this is fire right now. This is amazing. This is amazing." And you had that I saw the look on your face when you were telling the story that you had that you could tell that smile like, "Yo, this is it." And then you let Jay-Z hear it. Can you please tell us, my audience, what happened when you let Jay-Z hear Cameron on your joint? On your joint.
All right, so Mike, you talking about One for Peedi Crackk.
Yes.
Right? The classic joint.
Yes.
So before the song that we all hear now with State Property on it, I had did that song by myself, and Cam saw me perform it in Philly. Cam just happened to be in Philly at some club, and he saw me perform it, and he called me, and he was like, yo, I love that song. I want to do that with you. So I was hyped, you know what I'm saying? It's Cameron. You know what I mean? I'm a big Cameron fan. So I go to New York, I go to Baseline, I re-record it and left it there for him. He came right in the middle of the night and just killed it. Him and Jewels killed it. So now I got to drink with Cam and Jewels. I'm hyped. This is my first time on a song with a star artist. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm in Baseline, and everybody that was coming in and out of the studio, I'm hyped. I'm playing this shit for everybody. You know what I mean? So Jace walk into the room. I'm excited. I wanna play it for him. And my verse was first. He was rocking to it. The beat hard, megahertz. Did the beat D Dot and them. They killed it. And then Cam come on after me. Soon as he heard Cam voice, he tapped the engineer and was like, "Yo, stop that." He stopped it. Then he was like, "Yo, delete that shit."
Oh.
And homie looked and he deleted it because he ain't gonna argue with Jay. And he deleted it. And I looked at Jay. I'm like, "What?" And he was like, "Yo, Crackk, don't worry about all that, man. You don't need all of that shit, man. Just keep doing you, man." And just walked out the room. And I'm sitting there stuck. I'm just standing there like trying to take this in, like, "Yo, I just had a drink with Cameron. Now I don't." So yeah, that happened. Like that happened. I didn't understand, man, but that was around the time that they was having the issues. The dudes having they was feuding. They cool now, but at that time they was going at it, and he definitely deleted Cam off of one for Peedi Crackk. Right.
So then you let Beanie Beans hear it, and then
Mike, you like getting into all of the
Yo, Peedi, the people that
the bad stuff.
Peedi, the people for real, the people that I F with for real, I really follow y'all. Like so when I see y'all do interviews, when you went to the Breakfast Club, I made sure I watched the entire thing. Because to me, everything with you, like I'm like, man, I saw these guys. I saw them grinding. I saw them grinding, and I saw them making it.
All right, Mike. All right, so let's get to it then. All right, so even though Jay had deleted it off of out of the computer, this is around the CD days. When Cam had did his verse, he had got it burnt on a CD, so he had it on CD. So I had talked to Cam about it, and I told him what happened, and he was like, I was about to fly to LA, and he was like, "Yo, meet me real fast." So I met him, and he gave me the CD. He was like, "Yo, here go the CD. It ain't deleted. I still got it. You can rock to it." So I listened to that CD the whole way to LA. I'm loving it. I know everybody's verse on the song by the time I got to LA. I get to LA and I meet up with the rest of the squad. I think Neef, Chris, and Beans, and I think Sparks was there. So we meet at the suite at the hotel. They in there playing the game, and I'm hype. I'm like, "Yo, check this new joint out. I just did this shit with Cameron. I put it in the CD player." Soon as I played it, Beans ejected it out the CD player and broke it in half and threw it in the trash.
Oh, I'm dying right now, baby.
Yo, he broke the CD in half and threw it in the trash, yo.
Wow.
I was so stuck. I'm just like, "Yo, what the fuck is going on?"
What?
You know what I'm saying?
Did you say anything, or were you just like
Nah, I
hands in the air?
No, I didn't say anything because just from me peeping everything was going on, like from the first incident with Jay and then now this with Beans, I'm peeping it. I'm like, "Yo, it's some other shit going on with them." You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no need. What would I say to Beans about that? I know why he did it, because he was riding for Jay. You know what I mean?
Right.
He was rocking for Jay hard, so he was just rocking out, and that's what was going on at the time. It wasn't smooth. Everything, it was kind of rocky. So, all right.
So, Peedi, we used to see you, and I don't mind. Like we just got to chill a little bit on the curses because we got a few people. We have to a little bit, but I always would see y'all, and I would see how, because you never know what's going on in a person's life. You never know what's going on, and you would always have this like you did a show for me. I don't know if you remember. I was doing a TV pilot, and you actually performed on the show. And you were like, "Mike, I'm just going to come through. I'm going to perform. It's all good. I know you're trying to put the show together." It was on Delaware Avenue. I think it was Club Flow or something we did.
Yeah, it was Flow. I remember that.
And you were like, "Mike, don't worry about it. I'm going to come through. I'm going to make it happen." And it was so easy going. And I was like, "Yo, Peedi's doing good. Like, this is a good situation." How stressful was it being who you were and being in that group and being part of everything, trying to walk in between Dame Dash and Jay-Z and trying not to say the wrong thing or trying not to lean towards the wrong person and trying to figure out, where do I go?
Yo, that's a good question, man. It was crazy stressful, man. It got to the point where as though, even when things was popping and we had Flip Side was on the radio, like #1, and I was doing songs like When You Hear That and Flatline. You know, I had a bunch of little bangers, Ring the Alarm and all them joints, and I was buzzing hard. But the vibe up at the label, I didn't feel comfortable there. It was just weird. It was just all over the place, and I felt like I didn't want to do it no more. I was ready to I wanted to stop. But when I told my mom I wanted to stop, she was like, "Yo, what else are you? What else are you going to do?" Like, I'm like, "Yeah, maybe." I said, "Maybe I can't stop." But no, listen, it was mad stressful, man. But sometimes you gotta just roll with the punches. And I knew that I was gonna have to go through some hardship. I knew this, so I had kind of prepared myself to just take stuff on the chin, because I knew, like, yo, just stay quiet, keep working, and get in a certain position where as though I could run my own situation. And that was my main goal. Just like, yo, let me get in a position where as though I could do whatever I want to do and I ain't gotta deal with this. You know what I'm saying? So I took it humbly on the chin and just roll with it. And then at the end of the day, to be honest with you, man, no matter what you say, we was with Rockefeller Records, traveling around the world, like it was like almost like hitting a lottery for $1 million. You know what I'm saying?
Talk.
So
real talk. Like
I was so appreciative that, you know what I'm saying, the good outweighed the bad side of it, man. We was really living the dream, bro. Like living it, like the dream. You know
I got two things. Number one, I just want to reiterate this for everybody who's listening. When Allen Iverson was the point guard and the biggest star in basketball in Philly, Rockefeller and State Property were the biggest stars also in Philly. And it was a time in Philly where it was the most amazing time. Like, I don't know if you remember All-Star Weekend in Atlanta, and y'all came down to Atlanta, and I hosted the Rockefeller party, and there were Bentleys. Like, there was a whole crowd, and they would just bet. Like, everybody sees a Bentley now. But back then, having Bentleys all over the crowd, like, everybody was rocking. And I was so proud of y'all and the movement. You ever think about, because we all do this. Like you said, God puts us where we're at. Where I'm at is where I'm supposed to be at. Where you're at, where you're supposed to be at, with Cam and Jay Black. Do you ever think about one moment where you go, I should have done this? Like, you ever go back to one moment where I was wrong, I should have done this, I shouldn't have done that?
Nah, I don't, man. I'm really a strong believer in that the things that my journey and just the course that I went through, I had to go through that. That's how I learned. That was my path. I wouldn't change nothing. Now, I would say that I could have worked a little harder. You know what I'm saying? I do remember a time where I got really I got kind of spoiled because everything started happening so fast, and I just started popping too fast, and I don't know, I just start feeling like the job was done, and it wasn't. Like
comfortable.
But I was just, you know what I mean? Like the label used to spoil us bad, man. So I lost focus. I stopped honing in on my craft. I wasn't working as hard as I should. So that's the only thing. If I could, I would have been more mindful to just work and not get caught up. I really got caught up in the hype for a second. But everything else, I appreciate the way it happened, man, because I know so much right now, man. You gotta go through it, man. You gotta go through it. It ain't. We would love to have that story where Peedi Crackk just start popping and the album came out and he's a big millionaire and this and that. That's the glory story, but in reality, man, I'm a human being, and man, I appreciate the process. Trust me, because I'm still here. I'm still blessed to be here, and I'm still that nigga. So I'm trying to tell you, I don't feel that. I still feel confident and great about my situation. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't change that, man.
Peedi, I relate to you so much because your Rockefeller was my Hot 97, working at Hot 97. and doing the morning show at Hot 97. And that's when I was like, I'm here. And I got complacent the same way. Like, but the fact that what you just said, I'm still that dude. And yo, you're almost a motivational speaker right now, Peedi. You're almost a motivational speaker right now. Real talk.
Yo, God bless me, man. I always believe in myself, man. I never doubt myself. Now, sometimes it'll cross your mind that, you know what I'm saying, when things, life be up and down, you know what I'm saying? But I never doubt myself, man. I just believe in myself so much, man. And I work too hard, too long, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I just feel strong about what I'm doing still to this day. You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep a positive mind state. I'm telling you.
No, you real. That is so real.
Hey, check it, Mike. I remember one time, I was up at the station with you, and you let me kill that Beyonce beat. Remember we was up there?
Oh!
Yes. That freestyle was crazy.
Yo, it was the Crazy in Love. That thing went and you was in a zone. We must have played that freestyle like 55,000 times when you left.
Hey, Mike, check it. That day, that was the first time I heard that beat when you played it.
Word?
Yeah, that day I didn't even know that was Beyonce beat. I just knew the beat was crazy, and I had just wrote that verse that cut, cook, and collect. Ask Philly, do Peedi, definitely get it checked. I could put one in your neck. I'm on Brooklyn with a tech, right?
God, yo, you remember the verse?
I feel like we need the whole thing. I feel like we need it right now. Let's go. Let's go.
Remember the verse?
Let's go.
I kind of do still remember that verse.
Hold on. I need to get my light right. Hold on. I need that verse. Because, yo, Peedi, let me tell you something. And they can say whatever you want. They be like, yo, you D-riding Peedi. Peedi got a style that will never go outdated. He spits right now. That style stays the same. He still flips that thing in a way that's so crazy, and I can't even explain it because I've never heard anybody else do it. Man, please tell me you know that verse. Please try. Please try to give us that verse, goddamn. Please.
Hey, yo, I cut, cook, and collect. Ask Philly, do Peedi, definitely get a check. I could put one in your neck. I'm in Brooklyn with a tech, with a PA hooker took her to kill you with the sex. Keep looking at the fence. I hook you with the left. My box game is in EFEFX, and you don't know what's next. It's Tony in the flesh. Was only in the jacks, getting bony off the well. Who talking that cool shit? My guy, on that boy so quick. Look at his homie losing breath like. Yo, I know
that was dope.
No. Hey, Mike, know what it is? I don't remember all of my verses, but some joints just stick with me. You know what I'm saying? Some of them just stick with me. That particular verse just had that energy. I'll never forget that verse. You know what I'm saying?
What was that club, Jay Black? It wasn't Evolutions, not the one that we almost got shot at every weekend. The other one on Delaware Ave across from Palmer's. Transit. It was Transit. It was Transit. And y'all came up there. I don't know if you remember this because Kanye had just released Diamonds Are Forever, and he came out with it, and he came and performed the Transit. And you, Beans, and I don't know who else was there. I know it was you and Beans came on stage. And it was so amazing that no matter how many times we saw you, Philly would explode every time y'all got on stage. It didn't matter that we could have saw y'all yesterday. We could have literally been at the club yesterday, and when that and when you said "cut for me, mommy," oh, what? No, you had thugs. You had thugs like chicks.
Right.
Yeah.
We had our time, man. We had it locked, man. We had it locked in a serious way, man. In a serious way, man. That was a great time. That was a great time in Philly for hip hop in Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying? I'm just happy that I was able to be a part of it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's definitely history. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna go down forever. Like, nigga, remember my name forever. All of us. Freeway, Chris Neef, O Sparks, Beanie Siegel, forever. You know what I'm saying?
And I have to say this because DJ Super texted me. And I thought it was super dope that DJ Super and you and Busta Rhymes had a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was, I didn't know like what Busta meant to you. Like that was crazy the way you talked to Busta Rhymes. What was that feeling like when you were talking to Busta? Like what was it that there was a lot of emotion that came out?
Yeah, well, this is the thing. I didn't know that I was gonna get on that Zoom with them. I didn't know. He just called me out of nowhere and was like, "Yo, we having a Zoom meeting with Busta because he dropped a new album for all the DJs, but I'll send you the link and you could chime in." So at the same time, I had just listened to the Busta album and he had this one song on it called Boom. And that joint it gave me that feeling and it was just mad inspirational. I was like, yo, I needed a song like this. You know what I'm saying? Because like put the battery in my back. Sometimes I need to hear that type of rap. So ironically, while I was loving the song, dude hit me like, yo, I'm about to get you on Zoom with Busta. So that was like perfect. And I remember a long time ago, we was on tour. And it was like some tour with with Rockefeller Records and G Unit and Busta and a few other people, but
Did he freeze?
Mm-hmm.
He froze up. Let's see if it comes back.
We're talking to Peedi Crackk, Michael Shawn, and the Takeover Legends. I know it's been a crazy show on Friday, y'all. But this is what Fridays are about. We got craziness going on. We got Peedi Crackk on the line. Actually, on the visuals, anybody listening on Free Agent Radio, he just froze a little bit. If you're watching on Media Room 360, you already see the boxes. Me, Jay Black, DJ Cam, Sexy Mo's about to come on in a few minutes. All right, Peedi, you back. Go ahead. Take it from where you at.
All right, so anyway, I'm about to perform. I feel somebody grab the back of my shoulders real hard. Like, I turn around, it's Busta. I love Busta to death, yo. This Busta rhymes, you know what I'm saying? Ever since Leaders of the New School, just another case of that old PTA, you know what I'm saying? So when I turned around, I seen him, it just blew my mind. He was like, yo, I mess with you, man. Yo, you is iller than you know, man. Then he started spitting one of the verses from a mixtape, and that just blew my mind, man. So I was happy to jump on that Zoom and just express to Busta, you know what I'm saying, my appreciation and how much he means to me, you know what I'm saying, his influence on me. He had a major influence on me, you know what I mean?
Jay Black's got some stuff he probably wants to talk to you about, but because every time I do an interview, Jay Black waits to the entire end to ask this question. But I want to ask you this. What was the craziest thing? And I don't mean crazy in a bad way. I mean like skillful wise. What was the craziest MC that you saw in the studio that you were like, yo, how'd he do that?
Honestly, the most impressive artist I ever worked with is Black Thought.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
The most impressive. Me and him, we met up at the studio to work on a song. And I'm traditional, man. I still write pen and pad. I write my phone sometimes now too. But so he come and we sitting down listening to the beat. And he never got no pen. He never wrote nothing down or nothing. He sat, smoked, and just was like vibing in the corner. And then he went in the booth and ran straight through his verse from the beginning to the end, no punching in or nothing, flawlessly in one take.
Ooh.
So I'm looking at him like he's like a machine. I was so blown away by it. It's so second nature to him. It's just like second nature to him. So and then he saw me punch and he got mad. He's like, yo, what are you doing? I said, I got a punch, man. I'm punching in. He was like, you punching me? You can run through this. I said, no, I can't. I need to punch this. I'm not like you, Black, all right? Nigga, Mr. Miyagi, you know what I'm saying?
Punch right through.
Yeah, because I keep telling people, I'm like, that's why I don't ever make a top 5 list of rappers. I only make a top 5 list of my favorite rappers. Because when you make a top 5 list of rappers, I can name 30 rappers who should be in the top 5, and Black Thought's one of them. So it's kind of unfair to try and just pick 5 people when we could just name lyricists upon lyricists. Like, but it's virtually impossible. But who are your top 5? No. Your top 5 favorite rappers, not the best rappers, because that's too much pressure. Your top 5 favorite, your favorite one. You're not saying that this person's better than Jay or Nas or Biggie or KRS or Rakim. You're just saying these are your top 5 that are your favorite.
Okay, so just off top, I mean, I could boil it down to 5 real quick, but I'm so much of a hip hop fanatic that I got a top 50, a top 100. I just love them all. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
The ones that I love. You know what I'm saying? The ones I grew up on.
Yeah.
But off top, Biggie is my all-time favorite rapper ever.
Okay. I can see that.
Biggie,
I can see
Biggie. I gotta say Black Thought is in my top 5. This will surprise you, but it might not surprise you. Old Dirty Bastard is in my top 5 too. Old Dirty Bastard was one of the illest. I'm trying to tell you. People don't know, but they listen. All right, so Old Dirty.
Hold on, but when you stop there, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. I wouldn't put him in my top 5, but he's another person who had a flow that I've never heard anybody do before or after.
Yo, his name was unique.
Yeah, I've never heard anybody. So I get it. So go ahead, Old Dirty Bastard. Go ahead.
So it's Big, Old Dirty, Black Thought, Big Daddy Kane, KRS-One.
That's a good 5.
Yeah.
That's a good 5. Okay, give me your next 5. Give me your next, because you said you got 50. Give me your next 5.
All right. Slick Rick. Damn.
You said you had 50, Peedi. You said you had 50.
No, why? Because I can name all of the rappers that I love, but I'm trying to give you my favorite. Like I'm trying to boil it down for you.
Right.
Definitely Slick Rick. I'm gonna get back to you on that.
All right, we got one more. Oh, you taking that to the head? I got one more. I gotta ask you. Okay, and I've asked all the MCs and I've asked comedians the same question. What is the one verse that you wrote that when you got done, you were like, yo, I killed this.
I got this.
Like this was the one verse that you was like, yo, wait till I get in this booth right now.
It's a song, but you never heard it before, so it's nothing that you would be familiar with. But it's a joint I did for a Black Thought project, which he didn't even use the verse. He clipped me off of it. He took my verse. He didn't use my verse, and he put Pusha T on the song. But the verse I did for him was so radical. It was just radical, man.
Why didn't you use it again? Why did you use it again?
Yeah, I may do that, but yeah, it was just crazy, man. It had the energy, and I think the main reason why it was so crazy because I was trying to impress Black. You know what I'm saying? So I really was putting my foot in it hard. Like I OD'd on it. I OD'd. You know what I'm saying? But he never liked the joints that I like, and he'll pick something that's just like, Black is a different individual, man.
Did you ever get a copy of that one? Like, do you have it where you can listen to it?
I got it, yeah.
You remember it? Just saying, you remember it? I mean, I know I'm pushing it.
I do remember it.
Well, I mean, we hear. I mean, we hear. Like, if it's that verse, like we hear.
I keep my hair like this, never had a Jerry curl. I'm half black and Rican. This thing natural like a pearl. How about the big count on bread? Because I'm thorough. Infected with freshness. I'm trying to spread it to the world. First, I give it to your girl. Then that's how it feel. She said it feels surreal. I said, okay, yeah, that's the deal. Yeah. From the lands is bad. No red rag, no crip walk. Just grip the hip and let it spark. My bad. Don't mean to be rude. Like with the F my man as I am the camping with then the Carlos Santana with hammers. It's a fire. Don't fan it. I can't remember that.
I love this. I love this.
It was a major verse, and the beat was a Swiss beat. Retarded.
Did you at least get, you got paid for that verse, right? Even though it was on it, you still got
they
paid.
don't use it, but they're gonna pay you for it. They don't gonna pay you if they use the verse.
Hold up, Peedi. I'm gonna sound like a little kid right now. Don't play me. I'm gonna be like, for real? Like,
yeah. If they don't use the verse, you're not getting paid.
Wait a second. I thought when you did the verse, the agreement was you got to pay me for the verse.
Regardless, I thought that too.
They don't go that way.
Not if
it don't make the cut, you ain't getting no check.
You get paid for the recording. If it don't record and it don't go over,
Yo, I've been doing radio for over 20 years. I've been doing comedy for over 20 years. I thought when I did the verse, you paid me before I got in there. I didn't know if it didn't make the final cut, you didn't get the check.
Well, it's a little different, man. Sometimes when you're dealing with people like Black Thought and all of them, you don't really want to be talking about the money too much. It's more so about the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? I would do it for free. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because the opportunity is so great. You know what I'm saying? So you got to choose it wisely. Now, for Joe Smo and all of them, they got to cash me out. But Black Thought, people big like Swiss and all of them, they call me. You just got to do it.
Yeah, you're right.
Because it ain't about the money, man. The opportunity will bring you so much more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I did comedy shows for free for certain people. I did comedy shows for free, and I did like 30 minutes and killed it. And I was like, I did this for free. I didn't know that. That's crazy. All right, Jay, I know you're about to say real quick.
Yeah, real quick.
We done had Peedi Crackk. This is what we call real quick with Jay Black. Jay Black, you let him know what's going on, and then we wrap it up. First of all, before we go, Peedi, thank you so much, because I know you could be doing anything right now in LA. You could just be chilling and doing whatever you want to do. I appreciate you doing this morning show, and we on the grind. I promise you, we on the grind.
I love you to death, Mike. We go way back, man. And whatever you need from me, man, I just love you, man. You my man. We go back, and we rap, and we light skinned boys. So you know what I mean?
You already know what it is. You already know what it is. Damn it,
No, but Peedi, we like to have some fun towards the end, and just throw some things out there. It usually is like similar to Wheel of Fortune or Jeopardy. Then you just got to pick one. But in this case, we're gonna do something different. We're gonna you're single. Everybody's single. You got a free pass. It's 2 females. You got to pick one. The picture should come up. You have to pick one. Whatever happens that night happens that night. Who is Peedi Crackk choosing? What's the first image we got?
Hold
up, it's coming up.
It's coming up. Here it comes.
Let's see who it is. Ashanti or Keisha Cole? Who was Peedi taking to that hotel room that night?
Honestly, man. See, look, Ashanti is a little more sexier than Keisha, but I don't like her attitude. I like Keisha attitude. I would take Keisha.
All right. Let's keep it moving. The next one. I got another one. Let's go. Who I got next? Cardi B or Megan?
Megan.
All day?
All day, every day.
Next one. You ain't got to elaborate.
Yeah, I ain't a fan of her rap, but that body.
No, I like the raps. I like everything about her.
I bet you do, Peedi.
All right, Peedi, you got to choose Meghan Markle, Kim Kardashian. Who you going with?
Definitely Meghan Markle, man. I'm not messing with Kim.
Wait a second.
Wait, is it because you got a free pass?
Because of Kanye? Because of Kanye?
No, not because of Kanye. Because of everybody.
Oh my God.
Yo, this is a tough one.
All right, so Megan Good and Maya. Yeah, so Megan Good and Maya.
I love. Know what's crazy? I saw Megan in the airport, and we was making eye contact way back in the day. And I was so geeked. I was ready to approach her, but I was scared. But she was looking at me, man. But hold on. But listen, Maya for sure. Maya, man.
Really, you take Maya over? Because Megan Good. You know what you just said? Megan Good in person is crazy.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. I just always loved Maya, man. She was always like slim. She was always slim, thick. Like she had that little waist, but always had them big hips. I like Maya.
Peedi, this is a TV show, Peedi. There's a TV show right here that we could create just off of your response. I swear there is. Go ahead, Jay. What's the next one?
All right, here we go. Just having some fun. And this is for our older, mature women. Regina. Regina Bell. No, Regina
Hall.
Not King. Yeah, Regina Hall and Sanaa Lathan. Regina Hall, Sanaa Lathan.
I gotta go with Sanaa because Regina is way too goofy. Don't she be in all them silly movies? All the right? Don't she be in scary movies and all that?
Yeah, she does a lot of funny stuff. Yeah.
Nah. She way too goofy for me.
All right, I think I got two more. Let's go. This is my last one. Who we got? Let's see. Last one. You gotta pick, Peedi.
You gotta.
Cheryl Underwood, Viola Davis. You gotta pick. You gotta.
Wait a second.
Viola Davis.
She's a famous actress. I don't know why Jay Black did this.
Yo, listen.
You know why he did it.
Yo, listen.
This is the setup.
I would have touched Cheryl Underwood with a 10-foot pole. Give me Viola Davis, man. I'm not messing with Cheryl at all.
You got to show Cheryl from like 15 years ago when she was on Def Jam.
Extra drunk.
I love Cheryl Underwood. Oh my god. Oh my god. All right. What you drinking on right now, Peedi? Because I can't drink anymore. I'm alcoholic. I can't drink. What you drinking on?
I'm drinking some Beagle Creek, some Shant, and I've been taking shots of this 1800. Man, I've been on some crazy stuff out here, man.
What time is it out there?
Let me see. It's 6:50
in the morning.
Yeah,
he's in LA. Yeah, he's in LA.
That's what I'm talking about, Peedi. That's how I used to get it in right there.
No, but actually, I was in the middle of shooting a video.
Okay.
Yeah, so I stopped for a second. To do this, because I was still thinking that it was 8:30, but I forgot the times was different. So I'm like, damn, I'm thinking 8:30. I had time. Y'all are already rocking and rolling, but we made it happen. You know what I mean?
I just like this regular stuff, and we're about to wrap up right now because we're late on Sexy Mo. I gotta wrap this up. But what is your favorite show that you watch now? What is your favorite show? Is it Snowfall?
Yo, Snowfall got me so turned out right now, man. Yo, I be having to make myself stop watching because Crackk, you gotta go. You got stuff to do. But I'll be like, no, just one more episode. I gotta watch one more. I gotta see what's about to happen. Yo,
that's what I be trying to tell people. I can't stop. I can't. Yo,
Franklin.
Peedi, I be feeling anxiety while I'm watching it, like I might get locked up. Like I be feeling anxiety, like, yo, this is crazy. Okay, what's a song that you like that nobody would know that you liked? What's a song that you like? I F with, but nobody would believe that you even listen to.
Billy Joel got a song called I'm Moving Out.
I'm moving. Yo, Billy Joel's a beast.
Yo, Billy Joel is a monster. When it comes to penning, like writing songs,
his writing skills are amazing. His writing skills are amazing. All right.
But Moving Out is one of my favorite songs, Billy Joel joint. Even though I got a lot of joints from him that I love, but nobody would think that I even listen to Billy Joel.
No, man, Billy Joel, the Piano Man, the song, the Piano Man.
No, how about Allentown? That joint too.
Allentown is tough.
Word.
Man, he got some songs that I be thinking about people. He make me go into a zone. All right, Peedi, First of all, thank you. Thank you so much.
Somebody just had a real quick question. They said, does Peedi still associate with Rockefeller? Do you still rock with the team of Rockefeller, Dame, Jay, anybody?
Nah, man. Those relationships just kind of trickled away, man. I haven't talked to anybody or none of that, so nah.
Well, it happens. You're doing well in life, Peedi. We're gonna have you back on the show. I promise you. Where we're going with this is gonna be something crazy. But when we get to studios, I want to bring you in the studio, and I want to get your personality. Because let me tell you something. I've been a comedian for over 20 years. I performed with Kevin Hart, Dave Chappelle, JB Smooth. The two funniest dudes I've ever seen in my life in person was Emilio Sparks and Yo Ass. I've never seen two people like so naturally funny. Like dog. I know we were drunk when we talked.
A lot.
I know we drank a lot. But y'all two, forget hip hop. We love hip hop. If I ever get a chance to put a sitcom on, if I ever get a chance, which I will, I'm telling you, I don't know if you're cool with Emilio Sparks anymore. I don't know what.
I love Sparks to death. That's my boy.
You two in front of a screen, in front of a camera, you two in front of a camera will be absolutely amazing. Like, it would be nothing for me to write it because all I got to do is write a certain part for it, and then I got to let y'all go. And I just got all I would do is like, we got to end it right around here. This is the subject, and we got to end it.
Go ahead, Mike. I'm willing to try it. Hook it up.
No, we gonna do it. I promise you, we're gonna get these cameras, and we gonna the money is coming. So, Peedi, God bless. Be careful out there.
And thank you for being our first guest too, Mike. Remember when we first started Free Agent Radio? Ken, what year was that?
That was well 8 years ago when we first started Free Agent. He came in studio and did the show with us when we first started out.
Very first
morning, even up a full month. Yeah, that was dope.
Love. I'm always here, man. Anytime, man. Just holler at me, man. I love y'all, man.
No, we're gonna holler at you. I promise I'm gonna make that happen. I'm telling you, I'm gonna get you and Sparks. I don't know what we're gonna do, but I promise I'm gonna have y'all two in front of the camera just talking. And I just want to ask questions. I'm gonna make it happen. Peedi, be safe out there. Don't drink too much. All right, salute. All right.
Peace.
Oh man. Y'all have no idea how selfish that was of me just to have him on here. That's almost too much. It's almost, God. We had some good memories. Jay Black, Cam, Mo.
Yeah.
Those were the days.
God, he's such a cool.
Very.
And I love the fact. Honest. And I love the fact that he's just like, I'm where I'm supposed to be at right now. God, but if I just had the power as an A&R, oh God.
Yeah, he definitely deserved the album. This thing he did all this without an album. Just imagine.
Oh wow, yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
He did
all this happened without an album.
If he just would have had, if they would have gave him one album.
Just one. That's all it would have took.
That's all.
That's it.
That's it.
Yep.
How about this? If he would have got that one album, we probably wouldn't have his phone number right now.
No. Real talk. That's real.
All right.
Nah, some people are just tight now.
Not because.
Oh, just because he would be out of here.
Yeah, he would just be
you
out
know
of
what?
here.
That's a good point because Kevin Hart, he changed his number. We ain't got no new number on
Kev.
It's
not. Yeah. It's not because they don't F with us. It's just because life moved on.
Michael Bivins, where you at, Mike? I don't got the
he was one phone number away. See?
Yeah.
Let's be real. If you get in touch with Michael Bivins will be on the show.
Yes, I just got to connect. Once I connect, that's it.
One number.
Everybody DMs these days.
It's like Bill Bellamy. When I went up to him, he was just like, "Why didn't you just call me a while ago?" And I was like,
"I don't have your new number.
I didn't have a new number."
What happened was,
all right. It's allegedly with Sexy Mo. I don't want to be disrespectful, Mo, so don't take this any type of way.
I
have to pee so bad.
Go ahead, Mike.
Mike.
I already knew what it was.
I promise. Because I took this 5-hour energy drink. When you take this, I did not know. Like my sister told me. She's like, this thing, the ingredients. But listen, and then I'm drinking this water here. because I want to be sexy again. Like I want to be sexy.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be going all day. You're gonna be taking like every 5 minutes.
Okay, so just tell your first story and don't mind Jay Black. Cam, don't let Jay Black lead.
You gotta leave a hall monitor or something. You know how Jay Black get 10 o'clock people. You know
Mike
how he get.
assignments. He's leaving us with assignments. All right.
And I know. I already know him. He got on my nerves an hour and a half ago. Like, listen, don't let him do it. Don't let him do it because I have to pee. For real. I have to pee. I'll be right back.
Go ahead, Mo.
Why you gone? Jay Black, if I were a betting woman, I would collect on your ass right now. Remember, I told you about Kodak Black. I told you he probably wasn't going to make it to that 18 months without, staying in, out of trouble. And well, after pleading guilty on Wednesday to those sexual assault charges against the teenager, he basically really got off with an apology to the victim, and he has to go to counseling, right?
Yes.
Well, instead of having like several seats and just shutting up and just taking this win, he got on social media, got on Twitter after all of that, after judge ruled that, hey, I'm telling the world, yes. He told everybody he didn't do it. Got on Twitter, ran it on Twitter saying, hey, I ain't got to register as no sex offender or nothing. Like, if you ask me, laugh out loud, y'all got me effed up. I just had, a bee stop me in the middle of traffic, pull down her window and just said, yo, Kodak, let me suck your... He said, so why would I go and take some for? Why couldn't he just let this be a win? Shut up.
That violated his probation, right?
So well, I told you what he got off with. He had to apologize to the young lady. I'm pretty sure there was some other undisclosed things that he had to adhere to from the court. But pretty much he's not going to have to do that jail time. He was facing almost 10 years. So now, but my thing is when you get off like that, Trump pardoned him, before he got out of office. He had a couple of wins clearing some of these cases, and he just had to do it. He had to open up his mouth and speak on it.
He did not follow the agreement, so he violated. So I win my dollar for Mike. That's all I'm trying to figure out. Do I win my dollar? Mike made me a bet that he would stay out of trouble.
So I don't know if this qualifies you as a winner. What's up, Mike?
Hey. Ladder feels so much better. Continue.
And you owe me $1. You owe me $1, Mike. Kodak Black in one day he already got in trouble, so he didn't follow.
We don't know that for sure. It's allegedly.
So allegedly.
It's allegedly.
It's on Twitter. Allegedly. Maybe he didn't tweet it. But no, so we don't know. But that is kind of like a flub in the you're kind of like snubbing the judge on his ruling when you go out and you do things like that. You can't plead guilty and then the next day go to Twitter like, yo, I ain't do that. Y'all know I'm not guilty. That's not
Mo, you got so much bass in your voice. Push your mic back a little bit from you because you got bass like you a Chuck D right now.
Oh, who's getting on whose nerves? Oh.
No, I just said push it away.
So I slave all night for you, and then now I got too much bass in my voice.
So you got a lot of bass in your voice. I think you're a transgender right now.
Listen, shut up. You know what? We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that.
Allegedly. I felt something was off there. All right.
So now you want to start spanking?
Next story. No. I'm just saying that. No. Next story. Move on.
Hey Cam, I just got the I got the headphones on. I told you to control this situation, and you were a fallback brother right now. Okay, next story.
I didn't do my job. My bad.
You told him to be the hall monitor. You knew Jay Black was going to start.
Next story.
Speaking of arrests, I told you before Lady Gaga's dog nannies. He got jumped, shot, and robbed. Somebody took the 2 dogs. Well, the dogs were recovered, thank God. You know how stars feel about their pets. They're part of their families. Well, apparently, Lady Gaga put up a $500,000 reward. The dogs mysteriously appeared. This lady said that she found them in the alley. Of course, they detained her and they said, yo, don't give up the bag yet, Lady Gaga. Let us investigate. Well, apparently, the girl who found the dogs, it was her lucky day because they said this after investigation, hey, she ain't have nothing to do with it. So,
wow. Okay.
Lady Gaga may have to run that 500,000.
Real quick, I don't care how much money I have. I don't care. I'm not giving you $500,000 to find a dog. To me, there's something disrespectful.
It's like her kids. Those are like her kids.
Oh, Mom, I don't care. I don't care. I have kids, and I'm really attached to my dog. I'm really attached to my dog. I really like Dino. I'm not giving up $500,000.
Maybe it's only like $500 for you. So because maybe
I don't care
that much. That
a comparison.
Yeah, like what I'm saying. So you wouldn't give a $500 for your dog?
I don't know.
They're like her babies, Michael Shawn. They're like her kids.
Dogs are incredibly important, and they have feelings, and I have a respect for dog lovers. I'm not giving, even if I have 50 million, I'm like, we're really gonna give up 500,000? Like, come on, just find the dog. Just find the dog. I'm a famous person. If you find the dog, you can go out to dinner with me.
Well, they found the dog, and apparently she's going to make good on the 500 racks. So I'm just waiting to see whether she's going to pay out or whether somebody's going to say, yo, Lady Gaga stiffed me. She ain't pay me the $500,000 reward.
Yeah, there are people in my family I might not pay $500,000.
Even if you had it, Michael Shawn, even if you had it.
There's a few people. There's a few people I know that they held hostage. I'm like, nah, I'm good.
What about me? If they got me, Mike.
Yes, I got. Yes, I got.
Thank you.
Right. You know you're not paying $500,000 for Spanky.
But mind you, I do have you, but I'm going to bring it up after I save your life. Don't think I'm not bringing it up when we just chilling.
Dog, remember when I had to drop that 500 racks?
Like, understand what you owe me right now. I saved your life, dog.
That's a good point with the dog chips. That's a good point. If they got the chip in them, you should be. Well, no, the chip doesn't find you. You just scan.
Yeah, no, the chip does. No, the chip does find you. It's a locator.
It's not no locator.
It does.
It's a locator. Yes, it is.
Cracker, G Black. But you have to think a lot of people don't put those in their dogs because they feel it's cruelty. Again, they treat these dogs like they are their children. You wouldn't put a chip in your child walking around here to keep it safe. And of course, again, these
gave them a vaccination.
Dog walkers are these dog walkers are vetted. So it's not like some random, it's a trusted thing. So it's kind of like, would you put a chip or say, hey, you can't take the dogs out for a walk? I mean, this is the usual.
That don't make no damn sense, Mo. You make that much money. If we're worth that much money, that dog is not going to remember a chip being put in them when they're like 6 months old.
Dogs
you put the chip in them. No, they do have feelings, but I'm saying you put the chip in there so you can find the dog at all times, so you don't have to give up $500,000.
It's just like piercing a baby's ear. You hurt, in my opinion. Maybe it is.
Like, I don't think it's like
you don't
that.
remember that, but that pain is vicious.
Yeah.
Like they don't remember that 2 weeks
It's not
later.
organic. It's not, it's not natural. And so when you are that vested in your fur babies, as we call them, you're not going to do all of that. You're not going to do that. A lot of people are like,
What the hell you mean, as we call them? What do you mean, as we call? When did you become part of this community?
As a former dog mom.
Get the out of here.
Rest in peace, Coco.
On a Friday, get the out of here. Come out
baby.
In our
Rest
community,
in peace, Coco.
Get your ass up.
Listen, it's a whole culture. This is a community. Do you understand?
No, you know how long I know you.
And fur dads, like, yeah, they get real particular about their babies.
Mo. You know how long
everybody
I know
here
you.
on the panels own the dog, and I think you're the only one that feels that way.
Listen, I used to
I
used to dress Coco up. We used to go on trips, everything.
Okay, but nobody even knew you had a dog. Like,
Yeah, I didn't know.
That's like y'all finding out today that I had 3 kids. I'm like, you got 3 kids? I'm like, yeah, I got 3 kids. That's why I'm so passionate about babysitting the kids and stuff like that. You know, you had a dog. Like your dog, you treated your dog like a side dude. Like you didn't even tell nobody.
Nobody knew.
I knew about this damn dog.
Do not bark.
Coco was my first baby. Rest in peace.
Mo said I also had a turtle. I'm part of the turtle community. His name was Lester.
I did have a parakeet named Rel.
Yeah, I had a turtle. I helped him come out of his shell. You had a parakeet. Like, who the hell has a parakeet? Like, why would you get a parakeet? What type of why would you spend money on a stupid parakeet to repeat what you said?
I didn't spend the money. Actually, my boyfriend brought me the parakeet as a gift. It was like a love gift.
Why would you accept that? All he wanted to do is have the parakeet there, so when he came over, the parakeet could repeat, "She was naked last night."
And it wasn't with you.
Wait a second. Why the hell would you accept a parakeet in real life? Like, for real, if I brought a parakeet, like, why would you even accept that nonsense?
So if a man buys you a gift, you're supposed to accept it, Michael Shawn. You can't give back the parakeet. You can't give back the bird. I'm not a savage. I'm not a savage. I do appreciate gifts.
That's a dumbass gift, yo.
Yo, if you're listening, Michael Shawn said your gift was dumb. You've never brought a female a bird before?
Never brought anybody a bird.
What?
I'm just saying. I got Coco for my birthday. That was like one of the best birthday presents ever.
Not a bird.
Yo, she's trying to light you up. Literally, she's trying to clear this up.
The bird, you know.
How long did you have the bird?
I had the bird until my little sister actually reached inside of the cage. I was going at work one day, reached inside of the cage, and she did something to the bird. I don't know if she squeezed the bird or what, but when I came back home, the bird was, barely breathing. And she said, "I only did like this." And so I guess that...
Oh, she killed the bird.
She killed the bird.
Not my mama's bird.
What happened to that bird? This is stupid. You know why these jokes are stupid? Because the gift was stupid. That's why I can't even think of no real jokes. Like, yo, who comes home with a bird, son? Like, who just with a parrot?
I guess he was trying to be romantic. I don't know. I guess he was trying to be romantic, touching to his sensitive side, get me a pet or something. I don't know.
You must still be with this dude because you really.
No.
So hold on.
We broke up shortly after the bird died. No.
Oh my god.
All right.
You come home with a beaver. Like, hey.
I love you, babe.
Love you, babe. This beaver right here about to build a dam.
I mean, I've got some crazy presents, but yeah, the bird was on one of the top 10 presents that I was like, oh, okay, what am I supposed to do with this? But I smiled. I was appreciative. I was thankful for the gift. Let
me tell you something. Let a chick had ever brought me a parakeet. I mugged the hell out that parakeet. Y'all thought I was gonna say the chick. I mugged it.
See, then the parakeet in my face. Ungrateful. Then you'd be like, "Oh, you so ungrateful. I brought you this bird. You don't even appreciate the bird." Yeah,
it don't even sound right. It don't even sound like this. Who do you date? Like, this is the problem, Mo. We gotta really work on. Go ahead. Give me
I've gotten really, really nice gifts. That was just, one of them times that I guess the person was trying to get into his sensitive side, and
don't try. Just bought you a shrimp, but not the shrimp to eat. It was a real shrimp. He brought you a live shrimp.
You got another story?
What's the craziest gift you ever brought, Michael Shawn? Like, I know you've brought some gifts in your days. What's the craziest thing you've ever brought a female to kind of show her your love and affection?
Yeah, like
your
honestly,
sensitive side.
No, honestly, my kids they just got on me at the house. They were on Zoom. They're like, you know what? Sometimes it's just nice for you to buy a gift and just bring a woman a gift for no reason. And they were like, but you don't just bring a gift for no reason. And in my mind, I didn't say this, but in my mind, I was like, it's funny how when y'all needed a car, I bought you a car. When y'all needed a house, I bought you a house. But y'all worried about some random gift. You know what I'm gonna do? When I go back home, I'm bringing Stacey a parakeet.
Not the parakeet. Not the parakeet. But Michael Shawn, all women love gifts. I mean, I love surprises. I am I'm a Virgo. Spanky, back me up.
I know. All y'all women, y'all want random gifts. Y'all want all this random gifts.
I prefer random gifts over like Valentine's Day, birthdays. I prefer random gifts, just because gifts, because then I know you're thinking about me.
I know, and I'm not saying this to you. I just, I'm not saying it just to you. I don't care. Because y'all take for granted.
I'm glad we're not dating.
No, because y'all take for granted the stuff that really gets taken care of. It's like, do you want a random gift? Turn on the lights. right?
You sound like my dad. What?
No, for real. This is random. Watch. When you wake up, hit the switch, and when the lights go on, like, yo, that was random.
It's a great gift.
That was a great gift.
The gift that keeps on giving.
And then when you go to the refrigerator, when you open the refrigerator, like, yo, randomly, there's always food in here all the time.
Great gift.
And then when you get dressed, be like, whoa, randomly.
See, I agree with Jeanette. Flowers are nice. Well, I mean, I have allergies, so certain flowers I can't take those. But yeah, like, you know, gifts. It depends on the person. I like random gifts.
We're gonna wrap this up. I'm just saying, if y'all want to be equal, then give a dude a random gift. Then
I'm a Virgo.
And we don't want it to do with vagina. We don't want to do it with vagina or your mouth.
Not even wrapped up with a bow.
No, or your hand, or nothing like that. Like, the older I get, the more I've realized how overvalued y'all have valued your vagina.
Listen,
like the older I get, the more I realize. I go like, I spent my whole life doing backflips.
I don't know.
This is a prize, Michael Shawn. It's the gift that keeps on giving. It's a prize. Don't do that.
Let me explain to all y'all women who think your vagina is a prize.
It is. It's sacred. So, you don't give it to everybody, so it is a prize.
There are millions of them. There are millions of them all over. They're next door to you. They're down the street. They're down the street. They're around the corner. Every time I walk outside, guess what I see? More prizes. More prizes.
There's a special. Most of hers is special, right?
Hey, how about ladies? If I walk to my car right now, guess what I think I might see? A prize. Let me tell y'all men something. Once you realize, let me tell y'all 20-year-old dudes something. Once you realize and you gain control of your thought process when it comes to vaginas.
Yes, Tosh. Yes.
That's your kryptonite. Once you eliminate the kryptonite, these women ain't got no power over you. Once you realize that, I'm telling you, women are helpless when you realize that. And you just go like, oh my God, did Mo leave? Did I offend her?
You think?
She dropped that. She said, well, find another vagina. That's what she said. Find another. Look at Leah got jokes too.
Oh, that must have been Jay Black. Why'd you drop her?
No, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't?
Leah, there are millions of eggplants too. None of us said ours is so special. No, did anybody here say, oh, this is special eggplant? No, it's not. I know you can find another eggplant. You might not be able to find these.
Hey, Mike. Hey.
Oh, we got sponsors. We got sponsors. You gotta be careful. We gotta be
careful.
No,
okay. I wasn't doing them. No, I didn't do them because he said the special part. I wasn't at that meeting, so I don't know. I might be a little special. I don't know about y'all. I'm different.
But see, men soil their oats. They, you know, you lived in the day of who won it. Remember that?
That's not even the point of this conversation. The point of the conversation is once you realize, if you get, I said it yesterday, who wants to get turned out by sex? That ain't a real relationship getting turned out. You ain't even there. She probably got no personality, but the vagina is amazing. Like, who wants that? Like, you walk, she got 7 kids. She got 4 baby daddies, and you following this chick. Who wants that nonsense? Like, man, listen, let me tell y'all something. I can make whatever you have in that special part of your body. I can have a few minutes by myself, and I can have that special part of the body and get done. And guess what? I'm good.
Don agrees with you, Mike.
How do we do this?
Everybody doesn't give it away like that.
Exactly, Tosh. How do we get here?
We
just go left every time. Like, I mean, it's compelling.
And another thing about Drake.
Yes.
Right.
Started with vagina, now I'm here. Started with vagina, now I'm like a Shawn effing here.
Are we done? Can we go? It's Friday. Are we good?
Are we finished? Are we done? We done.
I just want to do my lecture. Y'all guys better, I'm telling y'all better control yourselves and stop letting that be your kryptonite. Where that chick be like, oh, I love these memes. A woman won't want to apologize. She'll just sleep in the bed naked and see if you being mad is more important than you smashing. Let me tell you what a woman hates.
What do men do though?
What?
What do men do though when they don't want to apologize?
We just don't apologize.
Y'all tap on the shoulder, babe. You sleep. Come on.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. That's why you gotta control that. Because when I'm mad, I'm mad. Like it. So what? What? I'm mad. Y'all be butt naked with the ass up. You act like we ain't seen that ass 6,000 times. Like we know it's the same ass.
So why y'all fall for it 6,001 times then?
And this is why I'm telling everybody, stop falling for the BS. If you really legit mad,
telling the youth, he's speaking.
I'm trying to educate these dudes, and don't get it twisted. Vagina is amazing. It's just you can't let it control your thought process, dog. You can't let it. I'm telling you, that's our weak spot. If it wasn't for that, I'm telling you, I'd probably be worth $500 million if I could have focused my life. If I would have focused my life right now, I'd be worth $500 million right now. Bam, right now.
You trying to say the vagina got in the way?
Always, all in the way. It's still in the way, damn it. Stacey's still in the way. It's all in the way. Goodness gracious. I'm done. All right. And Mo, next time you make sure you wear a shirt. Them tank tops will not be allowed.
First of all, it's almost summer. May 1st is tomorrow. It's
calling HR. Gotta call HR on you.
If you're gonna have to raise
the season.
This is what we're gonna do. You're gonna raise that webcam, or you're gonna bring it all the way down. We're either gonna use it for ratings, for real.
Don't be trying to put me out.
Or we're gonna raise it all the way up.
Listen, all my women know it's hot outside. It's getting warm. It's wife beater season. Deal with it.
We need a neck view. I need that webcam.
It ain't hoodie season no more.
Yeah, Leah, you rode all morning. Thank you, Leah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, Leah.
Don't be too late for work though. Don't be too late.
Leah sitting there chatting with Mo.
Jacqueline, yeah, we saw.
Leah knows she got her wife beaters ready too. It's warm outside. Just like y'all got sweatpants season, we got wife beater season. Tank tops. Crop
She had no tank top on earlier when she was on.
No, she didn't.
She was fully clothed.
She was fully clothed and all.
It's hot in here.
I get it. I know.
Then Mike started talking about eggplants.
Hey, y'all was talking about all right, we're done. Cat has started wars. Cat has. Oh yeah. They have.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's why.
One of the wonders of the world.
Just catch one, fellas. I know you're supposed to run through everybody. I'm telling you, just catch one and stay with that one, so you can master that one, and you ain't got to worry about mastering another one. Just stay with that one.
It changes. You never master it.
No,
sundress season. Sundresses is the
real
deal.
And fellas, this is where you have to be strong. You have to be strong.
Get my Lizzo nails done. Get my Lizzo nails on.
Every time, if you're in a relationship, every time you see a sundress, just in your mind, whether it's true or not, in your mind, just say to yourself, "She probably sleazy ass whore." That's all you gotta say to yourself.
Maybe they like that. I don't know.
You still going hit.
No.
Y'all still hit. She could be sleazy, dirty, nasty. You still hit. You still chase.
Stay with the person that you're with.
You too, Don. You too.
Have a good weekend, everybody. Have a great weekend.
Sure.
Love me for who I am. F a sundress. And I understand there's only one thing in life that is guaranteed. Stay with your girl. And
hold on, resist.
There's only one thing in life that's guaranteed. If you smash that girl with the sundress, she will mess up your current situation. I promise you, that bitch will be in your DM. Listen, protect your happiness. Everybody, we will see you on Sundresses Get Birds. All right, goodbye. We'll see you on Monday. Everybody have a good weekend. We'll see you on Monday. Don't chase a sundress.
No.
Don't chase a sundress.
Let it chase you.
It's May. It's May.
No. Then some of y'all ain't got no business wearing a sundress. Some of y'all ain't got no business wearing sundresses. Your ankles are out of shape. Why you got a sundress when your ankles are out of shape?
Not the ankles. Not the ankles.
Your ankles ain't even right, and you got a goddamn sundress on. Kill me. Yes, we can go there wearing sundresses.
Oh God.
Same chicks wearing these damn yoga pants, trying to act like it's okay. And your yoga pants. I'm seeing your No, I'm seeing your ass and your stomach at the supermarket, and it's cuffing your stomach, and you over there with the shirt that doesn't even cover your stomach. Shut your ass, and you the same one that got sundresses at the house.
Like it a little chubby. I told you they say the chubby girls got the mac and cheese.
Yeah, that's I'll stop all that nonsense, the mac and cheese, whatever. Guys are doing that because that's what they gotta settle for. I'm adorable, damn it. I'm gonna see y'all on Monday. All right, y'all. Monday it is. Everybody have a good weekend. Booty shorts and you ain't supposed to do it. Oh God, stop. Go ahead, Shorty. Just shut. Chicks is crazy. Man.
Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover Legends, where nothing's off limits. Free Agent Radio.